We're good.
We're up?
We're up.
All right. Well, good morning. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. There we go. All right. A busy show today. We've got Steve Robinson coming in at about 10 o'clock. Megan Making Money, which was about 4 stories ago. But maybe not. I guess it's intertwined. Is it, 9:45?
9:40, yeah.
9:40.
Yep. Making
her debut here. So Mike Geary is here, of course, blindmike.net.
Thank you.
Tremendous amount of controversy, as always, surrounding me and the show, with the big announcement last night from Jeff Dick Lowe that I have, myself and John Rich, my friend Johnny Rich, who people are watching don't know who he is. That's okay. I forgot who he was too. Is on my team now. I think he's bravely battling a heroin addiction, he looks like to me, the way he looks.
Is that right?
Well, I don't know. He looks like it.
Well, kudos to him.
So the kind of big news is John Rich is back, is on my trivia team, I think.
That's very exciting.
So yeah, and Rico Bosco.
Huge.
My friend, Rico Bosco, and that's his name. And that's who he's going to be called on this program. He's always been a friend. He's always been an ally.
Okay.
We talked the other day. He called me 2 days ago. We had a nice conversation.
Oh.
He apologized. And I said, you know what? Honestly, I overreacted. What you did was really dumb, but I should have called you off the air because we were friends.
Wow.
And so we talked out and it was fine.
Well, this is nice.
Yeah. So,
It's nice to hear.
so we'll see what happens going forward. The bottom line is, I hate losing Quigs. Really good guy, really good player.
Yeah.
But big to get this team I wanted, I needed to trade both players. It wouldn't be a one-on-one swap.
Yeah.
So Quigs had to go. Big Ev, who I like also, and I wish him nothing but the best going forward. Just violated.
The chemistry wasn't right.
Violated my personal team rules. He spoke out of turn. He spoke as if he had any role or say in how the team goes. We never won this. And I just said I can't. Call me crazy. I completely understand. I think that's perfectly legitimate. The way I run my team, I can't have that. And nobody is more loyal while he was on the trivia team than Rico Bosco. Say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Loyal. And John Rich seems like he has already pledged complete and total fidelity to me on this team on text to the point where it's almost like I'm concerned.
Upsetting.
So, yeah. So the trade has been made. I think it's a good trade. Others have been critical of it. I've seen many people on social media. Some like it. Some hate it. Very divisive. That's okay. I run my team my way. And my way right now is Rico Bosco and John Rich. If those guys step out of line, I'll get rid of them too. But I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like we have finally arrived on the team. It really feels like to me, with our 9th and 10th different player on this team.
This is it.
Yeah, I feel like this is definitely the one.
It's like the 3 bears.
Yeah, I look
the
at
11th one is just right.
It has to be everybody else's fault is how I look at it. There seems to be one consistent, and that's that everybody else keeps screwing up.
Yeah.
So, you do the best you can.
Well, you've handled this the part you're giving out seemed to be handled with a lot of class. But my issue was on social media. It seems like these guys all found out via Twitter. That doesn't seem right.
What do you mean?
Ev, Quigs, and Rico all said they had no idea.
That's a commissioner issue. Jeff D Lowe said he was going to announce it. We put the trade in. So he said those guys are going to be doing their live gambling. I want them to see it while it happens for their reaction.
Okay, interesting.
So I stayed out of that. I sent a text message.
All right.
I sent a text message to Ev. I did like a response from Ev from that text message. So
okay. These are elements. That's why I asked. These are elements I was not aware of.
Ev has never been in the playoffs, which I think is telling. But I wanted to make sure he was going to a team that was going to make the playoffs, which they're already in, it seems like. And now we're playing for the 1 seed on Monday night with Rico, who I've played a million games with. And John Rich, who I'm told is a good player. I know nothing about him as a player. I'm told he's a good player. So we'll see. They seem like good guys. But, once Ev did the pathetic apology texting, and I just it's better for him. He should go somewhere where I think he wants to have some sort of voice on the team. That's understandable. That's not the way this team operates. It's just not the way my team operates. I would rather lose and run the team by my rules and win the championship in some kind of way where I have to acquiesce to some thought from Big Ev. It's just the way I do business. It's probably not the right way to do it, but it's the way I do business.
It seems like Ev was his first go around with a Minihane controversy.
Well,
I could see him not understanding fully why you were angry.
I don't know if they just need to fill airtime today or like what.
Yeah, stuff like that.
That wasn't a great.
That was actually honestly the kill shot. And this is a guy who's never contributed a second of content in his life.
The clip you tweeted out. The show tweeted out, I thought it ended there, and I was like, oh, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear what he keeps saying.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to be at the gambling thing today in Boston. He's going to be there, so I'll see him. And I like him. He's a nice guy. I just think he doesn't want to, wants to fly on his own now. So good luck.
Is there any concern with John Rich because he went behind the back of his team that he was on, like Reeves.
He wanted to play with Kirk Minihane.
Yep.
That was I saw he wanted to play with the greatest trivia player in the history of the league, and I respect it. And I know Rico, Rico seems like he's in a good spot right now. So
I was just concerned about the eyes in the tweet. That's all. There was a lot of eyes.
Not in the text, not our team text thread.
Good.
I mean, there's a lot of Rico's giving us some of the religious stuff, which is good for the team. I do think we need that to some extent.
Do you think the discovery of the Lord is why, in large part, he's grown so much to make his way back?
Our conversation, he was very much the opposite of conversations we'd had like 3 months ago. I don't know if that's going to change. I don't know if it's not. I don't know if he's a new man. I'm just saying we had a really good conversation. I've always liked Rico. Like I said, I was disappointed. I was angry. And given that what's happened to me, I was like, I just can't, but then we had the talk and it seems like everything's good. By the way, if it's not good, then it's not good. Then I look like an idiot. That's when you make a big trade like Danny Ainge in the past. You put your balls on the table. This team was rolling along. This trivia team was, third, fourth. I mean, I looked at it though and I thought about it. I said, I don't think this team is presently constituted can win a championship. So
Interesting.
Off they go. Shipped off into the great yonder.
Rico looks healthy. Like he looks like he
Lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he looks like he lost like 20 pounds.
Yep. John, I'm in good shape. John Rich is very thin. Like I think we're. That's the other thing. It's a grueling tournament process. So don't forget about that. You think Big Ev's gonna survive that? Probably die today.
When you talk to Rico now, does he say things like, Kirk, it's like the good book says?
Yeah, he's a religious guy now. I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's doing a religious podcast, I think.
Oh, good. I'd be interested to listen.
They should do that, actually.
They should.
Are you a Marty Mush guy now too? He had your back?
He had my back.
He likes you a great deal,
mildly had my back. Not enough. They're all, and Brandon in a lot of ways made this trade happen because he pushed Ev. But that's, again, to me, Ev cracked under pressure right there. Not a great sign. I consider that too. So it's going to be him, Quigs, and I don't know who the other guy is, Riggs?
Yes.
Riggs?
Yep.
Not Riggs. Riggs.
Okay. Riggs, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure we'll play them at some point. And like I said, if I hope those are good guys. That was a nice guy. Quiggs is a really good guy. He was a good teammate. Stepped in when we needed him. So I hated to see him go. Less so with Ev, though. I like Ev. I just,
He was a team cancer.
Well, like I said, this is not a democracy. It's just not. The way I run this team is like the way I run this show. It's just not. I'm not interested in. For years, I have no interest in that. I just want to do what I want to do. I want to run my team. The only thing, look, golf podcast 50-50. That's it. Me and Riggsy we're brothers. But other than that,
I could tell by the bits he was setting you up with.
Those are good bits. Those are good bits.
Kirk, what if I had the top 10 reasons you want to go to Augusta this year?
Oh, I know. The guy's making millions, for Christ's sakes. Jesus. He's doing something right.
Right.
Yeah. So, I don't know what else is. People seem shocked. Some people seemed angry, like legitimately angry. And I get that. I went off on Rico. So, I get where people are coming from. But
Quig's kids seem busted up about it.
Yeah, it's tough for Quig's kids. But listen, that's life in the major leagues. You enter the dozen trivia. Yeah. That's the way it is.
Right.
Is Quigs going to be able to keep that separate? Because there are some things Quigs is working on potentially.
We'll find out. He could sabotage. There's other things as well that need to be changed and maneuvered around. But that's look. I can't think of that when I get a trade proposal sent to me. I can't be like, oh, we have a lot. That's not how it works.
Right.
I'm going for the MVP. I'm going for the championship. I'm trying to build a team here. And John Rich, Rico, and I will go away for a couple of days. I always do a retreat with my guys. So it should be good. So now I saw that Rico has been on the team 3 times, but not really. Like he got suspended one time because of I didn't kick him off the team and he threw a thing at that idiot's head.
No.
Which he didn't even do.
Yeah, so that wasn't his fault.
No, that wasn't. No, that was not. God controls everything. So like, what's he? I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, it's God's fault. Steve left. Steve will be here in a while. He just left. Like he quit. Now he might have quit because of me, but that's not why he quit the trivia team.
Sure.
Carabas got a different job.
Yep.
Trista got a different job. Pat's gay. Like there are just different reasons. Am I forgetting anyone?
I understand. Yeah, I
Quigs,
think so. Right.
Ev?
Quigs.
I don't think so.
No, that's it.
I thought there was one other person. Maybe you're
Oh,
right.
really? You might be right. I don't know.
I can't remember.
But obviously Rico got kicked off last time, but now he's back. So there you go.
Trista on Bonjour Sports Talk this morning.
Is she really? Oh, that's still on?
9:45.
Oh, bonjour, Trista.
Yeah.
Is that an Odyssey show?
No, it is an Amazon Prime show.
Is she an Odyssey employee still or no?
Yes.
Oh, but she's going over to. Oh, she's hosting it.
They get all the
She's
big,
appearing as a guest.
all the big gets.
Do you feel like she's made too big of an impact since she left Barstool or no?
What does she do? Is she on radio?
I have no idea. Like, I don't think she has a no. She doesn't have a show.
I thought that was a bone of contention with Rico that she was on FAN.
She's in like
that.
weekends, like 1 to 4 in the morning or something, or whatever. She shouldn't have like a show.
Yeah,
I don't think, does she?
No, I don't believe so.
Wow, I forgot about that show. That show's still on?
It's amazing. Yeah.
Anybody
A lot
watch?
of buzz.
Have they started saying bonjour when they open the show yet?
They have not.
I would go
A
on.
major oversight.
We should do a crossover with them. Jeez.
We're the only ones who ever tweeted at them. I was
kidding.
We're the only ones who ever watched it.
Thanking us. Colleen's the only person to ever watched an entire episode,
That was tough.
which is no way you watched the whole episode.
I did. I watched
Did you
a lot
really?
of the programming that first day. Yeah.
Do you think the bonjour sports guys are like me when like Chef Lewis pops into the chat? They're like, "Oh, Dave Cullinane's here today. That's exciting."
No question.
Yeah, you got a good theme song. That's all. That's all that matters.
What was I going to say? Another thought on the. Oh no! Don't do this to me. 1 second. Really Keegan Bradley bogey. God damn it. Victor Hovland though, 4th place right now, Dave.
I asked Mike this.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but today, obviously, at 10 o'clock, mobile gaming is legal in Massachusetts.
So 28 minutes from now.
I thought you could live bet
Oh, yeah,
like
Dave was bashing
individual
the app this morning.
holes. That was not. No, I was not bashing the app.
So
I
it
was just.
sucks.
I said I couldn't find it. But
I think it's. I don't. I have no idea. We'll
Yeah.
talk to somebody who can navigate it better than I can. I don't know if that's going to be available. I don't know. I don't know if that's only for majors or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see it, and I like that idea. I like doing
I
that.
feel like they did that for the Masters, like specific big tournaments, which
Yep.
this is one of them, obviously. So yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
Dave also had an interesting idea. He wanted them to, like, so they're doing the cave this weekend in Boston.
I'm going to be there.
I said this. I said this yesterday.
I didn't remember this, but Dave wanted to sell like tickets to the Wilbur. Like they should have done it like a big event.
You mentioned this in the show yesterday. Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
I just ignored it.
Yeah, you said it was a good idea.
Maybe I did too.
That's my way of ignoring it. If I say you have a good idea, that's my way of ignoring it.
You've used
Moving
2
on.
in 1 week, so
We haven't used 2 yet, but yeah.
My thing was like you'd just be watching Portnoy watching a game.
Yeah,
Like,
it
it didn't
feels
make a lot
like
of sense
not
to
a
me.
great.
Yeah.
no, the night would have to be something different to some extent, but I don't know what that would be.
I think
So,
they're trying not to make this enormous
yeah.
for reasons. You know, I think they're just trying to keep it sort of low.
Low profile.
Yes, I think. I don't
Yeah.
know. So yeah. So go bet responsibly, but 10 a.m. Yeah, we'll be on. We'll be here. Steve. Who better? Steve Robinson will be walking in while the gambling app goes live.
So you weren't
I liked
happy
your
with
tweet
me?
when you said this guy will be bringing the laughs tomorrow.
What's that?
I liked when you said
Well,
that
he's
Steve
just-
will be bringing the laughs.
He's just not. He's a very serious guy right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I actually reached out because I saw one of the people who was angry about the Rico Bosco trade was the Australian guy, Menners.
Yeah.
It was like a humorless tweet though. Did you see it?
Weird.
I
Yeah.
reached out to him like you can have some fun. Like you can hate Rico, but like have a little like relax. Like
Yeah.
it's not
Takes the trivia.
But it was an extreme.
He burned his
humor.
Team
I thought-
Minihane
I thought
jersey.
too
There's
extreme. Now,
humorless and there's extreme.
right. I just think you're just one of those people. Like anybody who supports him or like tries to defend him I look at them exactly the same as one of those people. Now going forward, no big deal. Like you could that's okay too. But even those people, like I think are having fun in their own way.
Yes.
He's not. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? I said no. I was like, just take it easy. Like it is trivia. Like it's supposed to be fun. Like this show, I take way more. Like the trivia. There's an element of like theater to it. Like I mean, I'm not. I don't know. But it's weird behavior. But hopefully he dies.
There was some speculation last night that this might have been a trade to then eventually make a move to go join Nick and KB.
I'm not
This was
joining Nick
it.
and KB.
Okay.
That's not happening.
All
No,
right.
no.
There's a lot of
I like those guys, but I will not. Those guys have their own world. They're buddies. Like I have to be like, look, I mean, I've surrounded myself with drips since the start.
Yeah.
Pat, Steve, Carabas, these guys, Ev, like this, like Trista. These are not people who, and then once they fight back a little bit, they show a little bit of spunk, a little bit of spirit, hit the road. Yeah, get the fuck out of
Any
here.
sign of life.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Answer college football questions or get your fat ass on the road. Like I don't have time for it.
Would Nick and KB is that where you draw the line of like, oh, this would be too much like a super team?
No, I'm not opposed to that necessarily. If it's two guys who are really good players and have no personality,
Right.
like those guys are in their own little
too
bits,
talented.
their own little world, and like it's fine, it's good. Frank, I think, is good with them, but I'm not here to be like in their wacky. No interest in that.
Oh, you might be made sport of and you don't even know.
Who knows?
be the butt of their-
Definitely,
yeah.
potentially.
Yeah.
But even that, I'm like, I want to focus on winning that. I want to win the championship so I can retire.
Right.
I can't retire. I can't quit Barstool until I win the championship.
The grind has gotten to you.
Yeah, it's not easy. Jesus, it's tough. It's tough. But yeah. But yeah, I laughed. I was like, that tweet, I was like, this is fucking bizarre. I'll have one time, another birdie. I should have picked him to win. It's tough. When you're the top call, doesn't matter.
Listen, it's early.
Well, I picked him top
Mobile
10.
app
He's
now.
tied second right now.
Yeah.
I feel good about that. In golf, if one of your 3 picks hit, that's a winner. That's how I look at it.
It looks like a tough course this week. Tough course.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
What else going on?
That's my
Boy, he's
analysis.
good, isn't he?
That's my analysis.
I have a tease for.
Oh, we have
when
Megan
Steve
making money
gets
in like 2 minutes, right?
Call
Go
in a
ahead.
couple minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, what's that, Mike?
I don't want to give away Steve's point, but he has an interesting observation about Dave. It seems like he's been listening to the show to catch up for his appearance today.
Right.
And he had a very harsh observation about Dave Cohen.
To you?
I thought. He texted me about
Oh,
it.
he doesn't text me about this stuff. What was
Yeah.
that? Oh, you're going to save it till he's here.
I might as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
let
I-
him make the point.
I think that
Because he
makes more
could
sense.
articulate it better.
What a
I'm sure.
pro tease.
Yes, that's a good move.
Thank you.
Reminds me of what Matt Damon said about Mel Brooks or something. I don't know who that
You know, actually, Mel Damon said something interesting.
Mel Damon.
Damn it.
is. Yeah, you were almost there.
Steve asked for topics last night. He said, "Hey, what do we like? Do you have any topics that we're talking about?"
Topics is fucking, transgender people allowed to use bathrooms. What the
Maybe
fuck
this
else
is what led to the text. Whatever Dave said to that is why he texted
Were
me.
you
I
on
don't
this?
know.
First of all,
Oh, I
before
just responded topics.
how did your work go last night that I was texted and told went well?
I think it went well. I didn't feel great about my job in it.
Well, sure.
I thought they did really well. Yeah, because that's a tough. That's a
Okay,
tough.
we
thing.
don't need to. Yeah. It was good?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and we're off to Milton today, the store for men at 1 o'clock, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, good.
Is Mike Mutnansky joining us?
I don't know. He's I guess he's tweeting. I was going at BetQL. What a fucking loser.
Oh no, he's not.
What a fat, drunk, idiot loser going on an Odyssey to sit there and they fired you, they kicked you out, and you're going on there to joke around about gambling.
He's going on the station?
No, on the BetQL. No
It's
wonder,
even worse.
yeah,
no
right.
wonder Portnoy texted me just no the other day. Just no. What? Even he's like, there was an end to my money. I was like, I understand.
Did he actually text you about month or no?
Anyway, what else is going on? Jeez, Mike's first day here. What else is going on?
No, I was.
I didn't know if maybe it was a
The
tweet.
mystery is out there, Mike. The mystery, Mike. I'll never tell you. You have to find it on your own.
That was
I mean, he
Dave
was tagged in
calling
tweets and things like that.
Oh, he was bombarded with tweets about it, Dave. He was trending for a while.
Oh, I was asking you. Were you upset with me this morning with that?
I don't want to talk about it because then
It becomes something.
yeah, it's just a stupid. You got to think.
Okay.
What's the joke in that? And then what will people see? And it's just not. It's just not. I think it doesn't.
I thought it was
matter.
just excitement. That's all I meant. But
That's not what you meant.
it is.
Definitely not.
It is.
Okay. Anyway, what else? I don't want to get through the show in Maine so I can fire you. What else going on?
It's not nice.
Who cares if it's nice? It's not nice.
I don't know. That's pretty aggressive. I don't think that tweet warrants anything. I don't know.
I agree.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's more layered than that. That is certainly true.
A lot of tension between you two.
No tension on my end. No, I want Maine to be a great show, and I can fire him and then hire a producer for way less and then pocket more of the money.
I don't think you can say that. This might be her.
I can't say what.
I don't think you could say I want to fire an employee. You can't make plans to fire an employee.
What do you think?
publicly.
You think this is an insurance agency?
I don't know.
He's just saying they'll get HR on your ass.
Is there HR?
There is a.
There is. I had to deal with it. Yes.
I'll be with Colony until the end of this fucking thing. I can't get rid of him. He's a barnacle on the planet. It's just, God, Jesus. It's
We
just,
got Megan.
It's just unbelievable. I don't think you. That's not nice.
It's a mean comment. That's all.
What do you mean?
He's not wrong. It wasn't very nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of work going into that show, and then you say you're going to fire me after.
Well, I have a plan. Yeah, I want Maine, the live show in Maine. There'll be thousands of people that want to go really well. And then the end of the show say, Dave, great job. You're fired.
Does that sound like a nice thing?
Yes, great job is a nice thing to say.
And here you go.
All right. So who is Megan up now?
Yeah, Megan's on.
Good morning, Megan. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on. How are you?
I'm fine. So I was just calling. This is actually before. So you do the show. You do that show with Ev, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ev's been traded. Obviously, he's been gone. He's kicked out. He and Quigs are gone. I'm bringing my friend Rico Bosco back and John Rich. But it was more about, in a work environment, it's difficult for me to do my job if the specter of violence, I'm fine with verbal interactions and everything, but you did threaten, Dave, am I right? She wanted to lick her hand and then smack me?
I just want to lick my hand
gone.
and fucking smack him on the head.
Don't get mad at him. He'll
This
fake
better get-
suicide.
also that. I mean, that's real. That's a real threat, Megan, of violence.
Okay, so first off, I don't know if you have any friends or pals that you joke around with, but
No, I don't.
well, growing up, it doesn't surprise me, but Growing up, my dad has a head much like yours, and
Yes.
my brother went bald at an early age. And matter of fact, you actually do remind me a lot of my dad. And I
Here we go.
like
Yeah.
my hand. And he's dead though, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
It would piss him off, but it was a gesture of love. Like just like you have some people have those heads that just like you know how babies have some cheeks that just need to be pinched.
Yes.
You just have one of those heads, but I just want to like just lick my hand and just fucking smack it. That's it. It wasn't any it was no negative connotation behind it. It was just like
okay.
no, not at all. I mean,
Okay.
if I wanted to smack you, then I would have said I want to fucking smack you. I know I wanted to lick my hand and smack your head specifically.
Ah, I see. Okay. So what is
There's
going?
no intent. It was actually a gesture of love.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, well, but I appreciate it. I didn't realize that. Was it more in defense of? Are you an Ev fan, or was it just more how annoying I was, or I'm curious.
So I actually didn't realize what was going on in the clip whenever they pulled it up. I didn't know, the history of what was happening in trivia with you and Ev. So I didn't know. It was more just the back and forth. And I just saw you talking, and it just, again, like, it just, like, man, I just want to smack that head. It was just an intrusive thought.
I understand. People do feel that way. So you're moving your family. Where are you currently? Are you in the middle of the country in California? Where are you?
I'm in the great state of Louisiana.
Great state of Louisiana. We were not far from Dave a year ago. We did a live show in Mississippi, right in the Louisiana, almost on the border.
I think we're like 45 minutes away.
Yeah, we're right in the border. Great part of the country. What's that?
Where did y'all do that?
We did it in Magnolia, Mississippi. We found a very small town and did a live show. We do shows in small towns sometimes. So we were like, we're about 40 minutes from there. So you're deciding to move your family and everything to Chicago. That feels like that's a big move.
It's a huge move. I'm really excited about it, though. I've been doing content just kind of on my Louisiana. I mean, Mincy's back down here now, but kind of been doing content on an island by myself. But a lot of people don't know that both sides of my family originally are from Illinois. I have two brothers that still live there, so I have a lot of help and a lot of people up there that I haven't really seen or been able to spend a lot of time with for a long period of my life. So I'm kind of excited to get back up there and see nieces and nephews and cousins and all that shit that I haven't gotten to for a while, and also be in the office 5 days a week to be part of content more than just on a computer screen would be really cool.
I'm curious how obviously I'm good friends with Dan. I'm just curious how the whole Chicago thing is gonna, like, how many, do you know, like, how many, there was some meeting, how many employees did they say they were gonna have there?
That are going to move?
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but it sounded like a lot.
It's going to be huge.
I think it'll be a lot like the New York office, though, no?
Probably, yeah. It'd be more lively than the New York office is dead whenever I'm there now, but yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be, I know, like, the people that have announced, I think, like Kate's announced, and, like, I think Nick Tarani and, like, all them, Jersey Jerry, I announced the other day after some, obviously it's a much bigger move than just, a lot of other people, because I do have to, like, sell a home, and I have two children, and my husband has to move and get a different job. So, but no, I'm really excited about it, and I'm excited to just be in more content and be in the office and actually, like, get shit done.
Oh, let me ask you. I'll ask you a question. How old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, no, I don't mind. So my daughter just turned 5, February 22nd, and then my son will be 10 on August 28th.
Okay. I have a 16-year-old and 11-year-old, a little older. Dave Conley, my producer's kids, are younger. He had a conundrum the other day. I'd be curious if you want to answer this. Dave, lay out the birthday scenario that you brought up on the show.
Birthday of going to the party the other day?
Well, yeah.
So my wife said she's going to have the kids all weekend alone, and then
we're doing a live show in a couple of weeks in Maine, so Dave's going to be gone for the weekend. He's coming back on Sunday. His wife said he wants Dave to take his daughter to a friend's birthday party, right? Your daughter's friend's birthday party.
Yep.
Dave said it doesn't feel appropriate for him to go because he's a man.
Yes.
Do you understand that thought process?
Like, are there certain things that, like, husbands don't do necessarily? Like, some husbands don't change diapers.
I mean, you're a woman of the South. Maybe you feel that way. I don't know.
So I kind of get what he's saying, because my husband kind of feels that way. Like, I like to show up as, like, a demand to, like, a birthday party, because he feels like either he's going to get stuck talking to all the other men that don't want to be there.
That's true.
Or it's going to seem like a creepy guy, like, looking at a bunch of young children. which, like, obviously that's not the case. But
I'm not sure about that angle's odd to me, but okay.
Both weird angles, but both better than, like, oh, that's a lady's job. Like, I didn't understand what Dave was saying.
First of all, I do
Well, Mike, I'm not sure I'll feel like a creep looking at little girls is better than it's a lady's job.
It's very weird.
Yeah,
but
yes. But go ahead.
Lady's job, but I would say that it does. I mean, for example, there's a birthday party this weekend. It's my son's birthday. Has to go to a birthday party, but I know it's middle of March Madness, and of course I'm taking the fall. I'm going to the 2:00 birthday party and having to miss that slate. But it's so that he doesn't have to look weird around all these other young kids or talk to all the other dads.
One of the great moments of parenthood, you'll get there. You're not that far. Well, you're a few years away from it. Is when you drop your kid off at a birthday party. And you just go and you say, hey, what do you guys do? Oh yeah, and then you just leave, and then you pick them up in 2 hours. It's incredibly freeing. I can't even describe how great it is. It's better than having a kid, honestly. Well, it is. I don't care what anybody says. Fuck everybody. It's better than having a kid.
She just hung up and left the company.
She's disgusted. She's reported to HR, I think.
I say that, though, that something tragic's going to happen to my kid as soon as I fucking drop him off at the birthday party.
No. When they're like 10 or 11, no, you drop them off.
I remember when Kirk told me that this was going to be a great day, and he broke his fucking neck and is now a vegetable for the rest of his life.
Who?
Jesus.
What? Who did that?
Good God.
You are dark.
Wait a minute, what? Wait, did this happen, or are you saying, or you're worried about that happening?
I'm saying now I'm worried about it. You're saying that it's like the best day ever.
No, when they're 10 and they go with whatever, they're all watch a movie or they hang out or they have pizza. That 13 or 14. And if they break their neck, they break whatever. You still get to do something for 2 hours before it happens. I mean, you're still young. It's still new. It's still exciting. But by the way, Colleen, how about this one? I'll give you another Colleen one. Colleen has called his daughter before. Mike, what did he call her?
I did not call her. I said her actions
Heinous?
were what? Her
Heinous.
actions.
And a bitch you called her, too.
Her actions were heinous.
He
and
called
in the
his
moment,
daughter.
she was a bitch.
As a Southern woman, he called his own daughter a bitch, Megan.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, forget it. Oh, my God.
I
we
will
found a
say-
partnership here.
I think things a lot differently. As I said, Kirk, I had a dad that was a lot like you. I got called a bitch a ton.
I never called my daughter that. What are you saying? Called Aaron Andrews that, but I never called my daughter that. What the hell?
You never know. How old's your daughter, you said?
My daughter is 16 years old.
Yeah, you'll call her a bitch at some point.
Never. That will never. She's the greatest kid.
In your head,
Great-
you call her a
Never.
bitch in your head.
She's perfect. She's been the greatest kid. My son's a terror, but my daughter is perfect. She's an angel. The greatest.
See, ours is
Yeah, maybe your father feels the way about you. I don't know, but my no, absolutely not. Kate's the great.
he loved me. I don't know that, but I don't know how much he loved me growing up.
Oh well. Anyway, so how's your dad? Is your dad alive? Is your dad alive now or no?
No, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead.
Wait.
Oh. So you need.
I'm used to your type of humor and being dark, and that's why I was excited to talk to you today.
Are you asking me? But by the way you're saying it, by the way you're saying you're dead, a shrink could see this 1,000 miles away.
Sure.
Do you want me to be your father? Do you want me to be dad making money? Because I'm a gambler now. I could do it. That's fine. If you need advice, I'm here for you.
Right? And you're a golfer, right?
And I'm a golfer. Yes, hell yeah. I'm the best golf handicapper in America.
And you're both bald, but have smackable heads. Do you smoke cigarettes?
Oh, I can't do that. No, that I can't do.
Then I don't know if that would work.
Daddy making money feels pornographic almost, but I feel like there's a market there. I think I could do that.
There definitely could be.
Yeah, I could do that. Daddy and Megan making money. Well, why not?
Sounds much more illegal than porn.
Well, whatever pays the bills, Mike. I don't know. We can bring that back to Chicago. We'll see. All right, Megan. Well, we'll check in down the line. Thank you for joining us. Go back to being bizarrely worried about your kids and keep an eye on that pervert husband of yours, who I'm concerned about now.
Yeah, that was concerning.
I don't know.
Thank you for having me on. And again, the slap, it was all out of love, but I still, again, really would love to slap your head if I had the opportunity.
Listen to me, young lady. You don't hit your father. Do you understand me? Say yes. Yes, Dad making money.
I'm not going to say that, but I'll say yes, sir.
All right. Have a good weekend. Goodbye.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah,
We could make some OnlyFans money, I think, Dave.
Sure could. Yeah.
Don't you think?
I don't see why not.
Who knows? I mean,
That was just two gambling people just shooting the shit right there.
that's the way we do it. Like we at this show keep things light.
Oh yeah.
Because there's enough seriousness in the world. There's enough people in the world already handling the serious subjects out there, Mike.
Right.
I mean, right now, there is a library somewhere in Maine where kids are sitting around getting ready to have a story told to them. They're expecting maybe an author or a librarian or a sweet old grandmother, but who's going to come rolling in, Steve Robinson, and read them a story?
Lobster Boy.
Well, I was thinking more of a drag queen. And then Lobster Boy would then report on the story. There it is.
Steve will come in with handcuffs. I'll take care of this, kids.
There he is.
Mr. Barstool.
Steve Robinson. I mean, this is where we're always
You're
going to
just
go.
a company guy.
Once we
You're a
got
company
rid
guy
of
now.
you, the people are reaching out all of a sudden. Steven Earl Robinson,
This is true.
the original producer of the show, my great friend and partner in
course.
season 1 of the successful season of the case.
Yes.
Both financially and
The noble success.
noble success. That's correct. That's correct. Mike was saying that you have heavy criticisms of Dave Cullinane.
Oh, no, not heavy criticism, just an observation.
Oh,
Yeah, that is how I phrased it, to be fair. I said an observation.
okay.
And I'll preface this. I think that Dave is a better producer than I was.
Oh,
I was a better partner, but Dave's a better producer.
Better producer
I
how?
just think he's checked out.
Well, no question. But I've said that.
Yeah.
But is a better producer? Like you were better with the drops.
Well, that's true.
What does he do better than you as a producer?
I think he's more into it. Like the stuff, New York radio show hosts going on rants. Like he's actually into that stuff.
How can I be checked out but then into it?
Because you're just not
Why
paying
are
attention.
you asking me? He's
You're
asking.
in, I
I'm
said
not
you're into that content, but in terms of the show, you're just kind of checked out while you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't necessarily think I'm into that content because of the show. I don't think I would give a fuck about Boomer and Geo without the show.
I don't know. How do I know? I don't know.
Just an observation. As someone who's sat in that seat and has observed producers over the years.
I can take credit.
That's what made me wonder. Is Steve had a theory that felt like he knew from experience a little bit.
Oh, is that
As
right?
to why Dave would have checked
Well, I
out.
think it's a hard.
He's drifting away.
It's
It
a
is
hard
a hard
show to be. I mean, it's 3 days a week. It's not it's that difficult. We used to do 5 days a week for 3 hours, but it's whatever. Going back and forth to South Carolina, doing shows in cars and in front of shitty apartments. But I don't know. I mean, the other day when he wasn't listening, I was kind of like, well,
I was listening during that moment.
definitely we're not listening. But there was that kind of moment like we had where I was kind of like, well, obviously now it started going like slow, but it started to go this way. So
Well, we've also made it clear you're never going to fire him. So why would
Never.
He,
I would never fire you either.
Why would he increase the level of effort?
well, just personal pride.
Just no.
Right, sure, I understand. Yeah, I don't know why I thought of that. But what did he say to you, Mike? Just that or no?
Pretty much, he said it seemed like Dave has been looking for another job, was more the thing I was focused on. Which
Oh, is that
seems-
right?
I think that's maybe why he's not listening. He's like scrolling through Indeed.
No question.
shopping around.
No question.
I do get those
in
Indeed emails. I
Arizona,
do.
talking to JoJo and Ken Jack or whoever the other people are. at
Yeah, the
Barstool,
dinner that he went to.
shopping around. I mean, he
secret
wants
dinner.
he wants to follow the Clemmer path.
That's true.
The route to glory.
That couldn't have been more disproved, by the way.
What?
The Davey Barstool thing or whatever, that whole thing, like just trying to make it at Barstool. Like I don't do anything with anybody at Barstool.
You're right about that.
I think Dave.
No one's arguing that.
I think Dave sees those videos of the crew tagging along behind Davey Mouse at Disney World, and he's like, I could be one of
could be
those
one of
guys.
those
If
guys.
only.
I could be there. I
do
could
like
be there
Disney
holding Dave's
Who is
cake.
Ken Jack? I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? It could be Robbie Fox vomiting on roller coasters.
Dave's
I
got the
suppose.
goofy hat on.
Yeah.
The ears.
I wonder that sometimes about him though. I'm like, is he at that point now where you were, where you clearly checked out? I'm like, is he checked? Is he starting?
No, I mean, it's not an indictment of your character, Dave. It's just a.
What's an indictment of him as a producer? If you check out, it's your job.
Well, I mean, everybody checks out on a job evenally.
Sure,
I mean, you've checked out on the show before.
Absolutely, yeah, of course. But people like hearing.
I don't know. Maybe as a
I'm the only one who's ever
boss.
cared about this show, I think.
True.
Maybe as a boss, you need to think, what are you not doing to motivate him properly?
What would you do?
I don't know. Screaming at him doesn't seem to be working.
No, definitely not. Certainly not. I just think it's kind of. I think he knows, like all these guys know, that I'm never going to fire them.
What if you reward Dave with good behavior? Like, hey, Dave, if you get this job done, I'll take you to see Ryan Whitney this week.
True. Yeah.
But the weird thing is that could actually work.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Dave, I'll put in a word with you. I'll put in a word with you and Dave.
But I
We'll
would
get you
ra-
2 tickets to Disney World.
I would rather just not like to talk to him off the course though. Like off the course, I'm watching golf highlights. Off the speaking of checking out, off the show, than like have the show be better.
Right.
You know that. I don't like it's fine. Whatever. The show's good. I have people seem to like it. If they don't like
You
it,
could work it out on the show. Just,
That's exactly it.
Trying to arrange for him to have that little taste of that greater Barstool glory.
I mean, he's been the producer of the show now almost as long as you were the producer of the show.
Yeah.
2 years and 2 years coming up, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like,
Very long, successful stretch. I think you defied your critics.
who did me?
Yeah, of course.
In what way?
I think people expected an implosion at Barstool.
We were almost done for a month.
Almost.
I saw Steve Robinson
several
tweeting
times.
the other day he forgives chaps, which is an incredible.
Why
What
is
was
that?
that?
They're just taking the high road.
Why?
I will say I'm glad that Rico's back.
You like Rico?
I think it was a mistake to kick him off the team.
I get emotional. You know that. I mean,
of
I was
course.
upset. What he did was stupid. I mean, it was stupid. He had a burner account going after an employee's wife is strange. And
Yeah, it's an odd move.
we know how psycho these people
He's
are.
a passionate guy, though.
He is.
You know?
We had a good talk the other day. We had a nice talk. We each laid things out. So I think we're okay going forward.
You need that level of psychopathy.
I think
You know?
so.
It's in your trench. You know he's never going to come at you.
You and I and Rico played together during the Case
Yes.
season 1. We lost a playoff game. Both of us were just like falling asleep during the
Fucking chasing meth heads around
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Jesus Christ. But yeah. Well, how's everything going with the Maine Wire?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Things are growing.
What we got? What's the newest thing?
Well, you're gonna love this one.
Go ahead. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I spent all yesterday investigating and writing about sludge.
Sludge. Is it?
The human waste.
Can I find it?
calls
Is it
comment
up
performance.
there?
Yeah, you can find it. It's sludge apocalypse is what I've dubbed it. There's a series of environmental laws have caused a backup of human waste across the state of Maine.
Oh no.
Feel-good left-wing legislation has backfired incredibly. Human shit is just piling up at waste treatment facilities across the state,
no.
and it's all because the liberals got involved.
It does seem fun
It does seem like
covering
it's
these topics.
it does seem like it's always the liberals' fault.
Well, you know, that's
Pursuit of environmental justice brought Maine to brink of a sludge apocalypse.
trademark.
Trademark.
Every time someone says sludge apocalypse,
Bam.
they owe me like $1 or something.
2 Maine moms said they were paid visits from child welfare agents after complaining about school gender counseling. Mm-hmm. Bam.
But things are going good.
Eagle High School in Maine has banned Abigail Schreier's book because it was written for adults.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Well, I mean, they're always talking about conservatives are trying to ban books, but looks like the liberals are banning books now. Boom.
I mean, is it going well?
Yeah, it is. We sent out 2 offer letters today, so growing the team.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, to who?
Well, I'd like to wait for them to respond to those offer letters and
Do you
and be
accept them? Do you
officially
think?
employed.
Or
what?
are they going to accept these offers?
I think so. Yeah.
You interviewed?
I've been talking to them. One of them, I'm stealing a Jerry guy.
Ooh.
Really?
Ironhead.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
I have seen remember we saw the tweet. Somebody made a tweet mistake where they tweeted from the Maine Wire and Jerry's
Oh yes.
account. So it must be that. Yeah.
So that's the guy you hired.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Seems sharp. Who's that?
Is it Graham?
Grant, it must be, right?
Oh, Jerry loves
I don't
him.
know.
Yeah. Graham's been working for us for a little while.
Right, I knew that. Oh, so he's
so
gonna accept the job.
Yes, I think he's gonna accept
Full-time
it.
job.
We're gonna
Good for
bring him on
Graham.
full time.
Benefits.
Yeah. Yes.
Really? Is that a lie or no?
Nope. It's full benefits.
Wow. Congratulations. That's
Good.
exciting.
Adding a team.
More
'Cause
people
I like the
working
new
for them
videos.
than it is for me.
I brought up the other day. He's doing these new videos where he's like
Suck him
voicing.
off, Dave.
No, but he's obviously needs more people to help him
Graham's
produce that shit.
good. Graham's better
Jerry?
at the social media stuff than I ever was.
Jerry Jerry was a big fan of his.
Yep.
Well, that's good.
Is there like a swearing in ceremony where you all put on robes and lobster claws? Or something?
Well, he put on robes. It's not lobster claws.
Set him up for that.
Wow. So you have 2 full-time employees.
Yes, at this point, and some columnists, and we're looking to hire. I think maybe 2 more reporters for the state.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Huh. And you had
making a go of it.
if you heard back, is Howie Carr used any of your stories yet or no?
He has a couple. Yeah,
Is he
There's been a
credited
couple
you
of
or
new
no?
stories? Yes, he has. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Oh, that's nice.
And you've gone on a show since then or no?
Nope, I haven't gone on a show, but he's had some of the people I've written about. Some of the.
Do you feel like you can go
central
on the show at some
characters.
point or no?
I would think not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah. Okay.
What'd you make of
I'm
him
busy.
in the Mittman thing? He was going after Bruce Mittman.
Boy, was
the
that
other day.
weird. That
Yeah.
was really strange.
Yeah.
Did you see
Yeah,
that?
it does
Rivalry.
seem weird.
I didn't get it. I didn't understand what they were fighting. Mittman went back at him. It was very strange.
I believe the
Mittman-
fight was who's more Republican. It was what it boiled down to.
Well, the Mass GOP owes all that money to Mittman, I think, is how it works.
What's Howie's thing? He hates Jim Lyons? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Or-
Yeah.
I've followed it basically on Twitter. I haven't
I
really
don't know.
listened
I don't
a lot,
follow
but
Howie, so I don't know what's going on.
I think the issue is just like your run of the mill schism within the GOP.
Okay.
I don't think Howie was happy with Jeff Deal being nominated for the gubernatorial election. Thought he was too weak to win.
Probably right.
And yeah, well,
But I mean,
of course.
who are you
what
going to nominate?
Republican is going to
Yeah,
win?
That doesn't matter. That's a stupid. Yeah.
So I think it's just a typical GOP civil war, but it does seem weird.
Yeah. What else is going on, Dave? Outside of the crazy trivia stuff, which we covered at the start, Making Money seems like she's a good sport.
Yep.
What else?
Did you want to
like
make
her.
it? Do you want to make anything of that Harvard women's hockey story or no?
Not
Because
really.
we haven't talked about it yet.
Not really. We've talked to people there. I got to talk to people about the story in the Athletic before we weigh in on it.
Yep.
I will say it doesn't look good for her,
Not good.
whether it's correct reporting or not.
Yeah.
once the ball starts rolling, I don't know what to say.
Hazing's a tough one in sports to get past.
It is.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, it's tales of them skating naked or something. I don't understand.
That's like normal though. It's stupid. Like
2023, it's normal to have girls skating naked. Is it
I
still?
think little rituals like that in team athletics, unfortunately, are normal. Yes.
In the hazing world, really? I don't know.
yeah.
I've not seen a lot. Really? Okay. You
Naked
might be right.
skate is better than some of the other shit I've heard with hazing and
I guess.
D1 athletics.
I suppose.
I feel like hazing is almost never the coach's fault, though.
Well, it's under it's their purview. Though.
It's the culture that you create.
I
right?
guess, but like they would. I mean, I never played a team sport, but I could imagine skirting around the coach if I wanted to do something extra.
Well, I'll just say this: if the Boston Globe writes a big story about how a couple weeks ago about how the Harvard hockey women's coach is doing this and that, and by the way, it's like it was a Tom Werner like hit piece, like he commanded it, so I have no use for him. But let's say everything is even wrong. You do that whole story out there about the culture and the climate of the Harvard women's hockey team, and the very next day they do one of those naked skates.
Yeah,
that's probably not great.
But you got to remember they're 20, 21 years old. I know it's a bad look, but it's still they're
Definitely
young.
not reading
They're
the
young.
Boston Globe.
What's that?
I said they're definitely not reading the Boston Globe.
They're very aware of that story. A story came out about your coach.
Yeah.
They trust me, they were definitely aware of it. The next day, to me, that's more like we don't even have any respect for this coach. Like we're just doing it. Like we don't care.
It's a bad look. It's a bad
stupid.
look. They did say they found out about that, and she obviously yelled at the team for doing that and said that can never
For sure,
happen
but
again.
the fact that it is allowed to happen would be concerning to me. Like I said, I hate the Globe, so I hope everything in that is wrong.
So what are we going to do? Are we going to audit every D1 athletic coach and try
yeah, that's
to go
what
after their
allowed to
hazing
happen. Is like
programs?
they're all adults. She's not monitoring them 24/7.
So if 4 players rape people, and you're
It's
the
not
coach.
the coach's fault.
But it's a culture under.
And
the
we do see
coaching.
people fired for reasons like that.
Of course, happens all
obviously.
the time. Like you have to. It is your team. Like you're in charge of these adults.
There
these
needs
kids.
to be some room for
extent.
like good old fashioned group initiation.
No problem with that. That's fine.
A naked skate is different than.
I mean, if it's voluntary,
kids.
you know,
Of course it is, but I'm saying
if they voluntarily decide to participate in a naked skate,
no.
I mean,
But a freshman on a team, if a senior captain tells you it's naked skate day, that's just not how it works. Like there is a level of intimidation. Like you are worried, you want to piss people off. Like you can't do that. You can't do that anymore. No way. In 2023.
Yeah.
I'm not saying whether you think it's good old fat whatever, but you just.
But
that's
you
not the
know
way
it
the world
exists,
works
whether you
anymore.
like it or not. That's existing in every program.
Like I think it's different. Like the Hernandez thing wasn't Belichick's fault. Like I've never thought that was Belichick's fault. But if you're a college team and it's kids, you have some responsibility to these kids. You just
But
do.
can you make an argument that you should have known the pattern of history of Aaron
No.
Hernandez in college to then draft him
That's
to the
different.
team?
But that's
and-
different. That's different than blaming him like some people did for the murder, which was just insane. Like this is somehow Belichick. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
But when it's college and it's 19-year-old kids, I think you do have some accountability. Not all, to Mike's point, but you do have some. I mean, you have to.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't have kids, obviously, but I'm imagining that I would think if my kid was a college athlete and they did that, my first instinct wouldn't be like, well, where was the coach?
No, of course not.
You know what I mean? Like they're adults.
But if the coach is aware of it happening, condemns them, and it keeps happening,
yeah.
that is on the coach at some point. At some point, you're like, well, you don't have control of these kids.
Sure.
That's just the way it is.
I mean, that
And by the
maybe-
way, that might not even be the case. I don't
That's
trust the Globe, of course. But I'm just saying.
Correct. Yeah.
You know, and it was Tom Werner, his daughter, got kicked off the team, so he commanded.
She didn't even get kicked off the team. She was told she just wasn't going to get a lot of playing
Wasn't
time.
good enough.
Yeah.
It's his stepdaughter. The stepdaughter's mom is that woman who goes on like Good Morning America.
Yeah.
I don't think she was born in the same calendar year as Tom Werner. I don't think.
No.
Werner, of course, made his empire on the back of the most prolific rapist in the history of this country. Was morally offended by the fact that his stepdaughter couldn't play in the team. Reached out to Bob Hohler, famous for Linda Marks and for dog shit.
Yes.
And then he wrote the story. Yeah. Like, we have pictures of when the
And they're not the Globe means nothing. They're not powerful enough to get a coach canceled.
Right. So they're just going to keep doing it. They purposely kept this girl out of this story. I know this.
Yes. Yep.
So and we saw pictures of Werner's wife and Linda Pizzuti and the daughter, right? Like
Correct,
in
yep.
Europe and flying together on private planes.
is
And
this
so,
white privilege at work?
This is white privilege at work. Not only this, the Harvard hockey coach, I believe, prefers the company sexually of a vagina to a penis.
Yes.
And the body that surrounds it, not just like lying down with a vagina. I'm saying I believe she's homosexual, correct? Is that a word? Can we use that word?
We can use that word. Yeah.
I think it's permissible, but they prefer
Gay.
lesbian.
Lesbian. She's gay.
Yes.
Yeah. She likes that pussy. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, which is great. Fantastic. I don't mind.
Well,
The Globe, but
lesbian
you
and
know what it
gay-
does, though? The Globe. They're trying to fire her.
Lesbian and gay are both letters in the LGBT alphabet, so I wonder if they're different. You know?
Is PFY in there? Pussy, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure. There's a plus that is a lot more letters, so I'm not sure.
Oh, could be. I don't know. Could be in there. Who knows? Anyway, so keep an eye on that one. We've talked to people who seem very nice in that program. You know, I read it and I'm not saying that anybody should be fired, but my point is they're just going to keep running. They just want to kill this. You know how it is. They just want to get this person.
You don't get past hazing. Even in like high school sports, obviously doesn't get past hazing. They just fired some coach in Woburn or something like that.
Right.
Like that's what she's done.
No.
Bowdoin had some real bad hazing back 10 years ago, and they found it. They tracked down one of the hockey. It was either hockey or lacrosse. The security guard tracked down this path of diarrhea back to his room. He drank so much and was
Is that Dale or
abused. No, Dale was down there.
Alumni weekend.
Dale was like, yes, this smells like hazing.
Bobby Orr. We famously had Mike. We hazed Mike for weeks at the start of the show at the old Red 13. It was endless.
Sure,
Brutal.
yeah. I had to walk there with a banana up my ass.
We hazed Cullinane. Poor Cullinane had to walk up those stairs, remember?
Scared to death. He still has PTSD about
Those
it.
terrible
Winter,
stairs.
he's talking about it in therapy.
Those 8 stairs. They were
Steep.
perfectly fine. But yeah, I don't know. So keep an eye on that one. What else?
Yeah.
Did you see Chris Clemmer admitted to attempting to suck his own dick yesterday?
I mean, that just feels so fake, so barstool fake. Just
I think it's real.
Look how wacky I am.
He's skinny and he's lengthy that he could probably come close to it. I bet.
I don't know. I like the way Dave phrased it, though. Did you see that he admitted to it?
I mean, finally.
he's been questioned for years.
Finally got me.
The authorities have been after him for a while now. Finally cracked.
I also liked his other one yesterday. His biggest athletic feat was stacking wood or something. Did you see that video?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I pay no attention to this stuff. Am I supposed to?
So he's in Miami now, right?
No.
No. That died out.
Oh.
No, he's in New York. He texted me. We were texting a few weeks ago and he said he's in New York for another year.
Okay.
So I think he leased a place, an apartment for a year.
Great. Good timing. Everyone's getting the fuck out of New York. And
Ugh, no shit. Can you imagine being there?
my blood pressure goes up just driving into Boston, just seeing the tall building.
I got to do it today, and I'm I'm just tense about it. It's fine.
With no details. You don't even know.
I know where I'm going.
Just the hotel.
No, Portnoy texted Whitney yesterday, so I have an idea where I'm going, sort of, but still not really. He texted us, added 6 numbers, and I texted Whitney. I'm like, do you know what he's talking about? He's like, I have no fucking idea what he's talking about. I have no clue. What's that, Mike? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I would think you would like New York now because there's a pretty good chance someone would shove you in front of the train.
That's a good point.
Happens all the
I
time.
did see that. It's going all over the place. But I would rather do it.
I don't know. I think you
my
have
own
to be
choice.
a small Asian lady before you get pushed in front of a train.
Saying,
Don't
if you
assume
don't
what
think
I
you've
am
got
when
the
I am
guts,
not,
you know?
Steve. What's that?
If you don't think you've got the
that's
guts,
true.
is all.
That's
you know?
true. Which is such a terrible plot point of whatchamacallit, House of Cards when he killed. It's so dumb.
It's the most shocked I've been.
I know,
in this scene.
but the Senate leader kills a woman at a train station and
Just happens to know the place where the cameras don't
He just
shine.
walks out and it's just what is this?
She was also a great character too.
Yeah, she was. She was. You know what she was? A little bit of a Maine Wire-ish kind of.
She was.
She is.
Absolutely. I'd
When
hire her away.
Did Angus King text you
I
at all
need something
lately and
like
say,
that.
"Hey, come by, meet me at the by the bus stop over there"?
You know what's sad is I used to watch football games with Angus. He was a Bowdoin College professor.
Is that true?
He and
That
I
is
would
sad.
we'd stand on the sidelines, we'd talk Maine politics and watch football, and now he won't return my phone calls.
Kate and I
He was grooming you.
met Angus King. That's true. Just like Kevin Spacey. Kate and I met Angus King at a bookstore in Damariscotta. What's the name of that book? The little book.
I know what you're. I can. Yeah,
There's a little chain
as you're
up
going
there.
up north. It's on the
Yeah,
left.
there's
there.
a little chain that they
Yeah.
have 4 or 5. I forget. It's a great little book chain. He was signing some books. I said, "This is a center." He was very nice.
Was he the one about his RV trip? The
don't
old
know.
one?
I wasn't there to buy the book, Steve. He
Oh,
happened
okay.
to be there. Nobody was in line to buy this fucking stupid book.
Hey, we got to hit Maine today.
He was literally it was the one time I went with Bradford years ago, one of his book signings, and nobody went there. And Rob was then got out of his seat and started talking to people who were in the sports section. Oh, you looking for a baseball book?
I make it a point if I go to a bookstore and there's somebody there doing a book sign. I make it a point to just blow by him.
Just to be an asshole?
Yeah, just to be an asshole.
Well, we can't do that when our book comes out.
Well, that's true.
28.
Yeah,
We have
Well,
to
I'll be going around everyone who fits the demo. You look like you're 35 years old and you're a woman. True crime, right?
True crime. I have no updates on the trial, right? Nothing?
No.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on that.
The wheels of justice turn slow.
They sure do. They sure
But
do.
you know what? Given what we know about American law enforcement, I'm,
You feel good?
I'm confident. Yeah, I'm
good?
confident. I think we've
Yeah.
got. We've got crack investigators on this.
Oh, I have no problem at all. No issue. What else is going on, David?
Did you make any of that Michael Irvin audio yesterday? Did you hear him talk about kind of comparing to being hung by a tree, basically? Like, you didn't hear this?
Why are you whispering that?
I don't know. I'm very nervous.
You almost going to cancel you.
We're talking about race.
You're going to cancel yourself?
I'm nervous about that.
What'd you get Dave calling it cancel culture?
I was gonna bring down the main wire. I'm gonna like block him on all my social
Yeah,
media.
you got to be careful.
Gee whiz.
I mean, just
Holy
use
shit.
use the language carefully.
He's coming for Jerry eventually. This is what it boils down to. There's a lot of resentment for Jerry.
He's going to be
I feel
advertised.
like there's a lot to work with Jerry. I would have done that.
What are you taking down? Like, I mean, I guess he's selling gold, right? I don't know what else there is.
That's a good advertiser.
I don't know. Was he ever? I don't even know.
I definitely heard the gold one recently. Obviously,
Shea Concrete.
My
Yeah, Shea
Pillow.
Con- yeah.
He's got My Pillow.
I could
still,
steal Greg. I could one phone call. Greg is Shane Concrete. He'd be here.
maybe? Yeah.
Be like, oh yeah, Kirk. Yeah, what are we doing? We'll be doing that. Great guy. What's good? Yeah, have you been on Jerry's show at all?
No.
That feels like that's going to happen at some point.
Yeah, it may. I mean, if he's interested in one of the stories, I mean, they have my information. They
Yeah,
can reach
well,
out.
does that feel like a no-brainer for him?
Definitely.
Feels like it's our listeners. Like,
Oh, I might be blacklisted from Newsmax.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
Bradley
right.
Stein might
The
have pulled
Stein
some.
man.
Yeah,
I didn't
he
think
might-
of that. That's
Have the
good.
appearance-
Which I
Dread
don't
it.
understand. Honestly, Bradley should be paying me for the advice that I gave him. This was a free lesson for him
You've
to
been- you've
learn
been in there
and
since
not
then or no?
fucking up a booking. I don't think so. No.
Okay. So what? So
Well, he was here the day it happened. He played that voicemail.
that's right.
It was like just a few days afterwards.
right. So what do you mean? A lesson in what? Oh yeah,
A lesson in
correct.
how to not
Correct.
fuck up guest booking.
Correct. When you have a big star on who has a loyal audience, just say you're coming on.
Yes.
Or say you're not coming on.
No. It could clear it, book them, and then enjoy the fucking social media buzz you're gonna get.
Right. He's got none since. Is he crawl back into the world or no?
No, he is not.
Perhaps under a
Active
different
on
name.
Twitter about like just the regular conservative stuff, but nothing show related.
Okay. Think he'll be in Maine?
No, I do not think he'll be in
His
this.
fat ass will be in Maine?
No.
All right, fine. Steve Robinson will be there 2 weeks from tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Mike Geary will be there Friday night hosting. Well, co-hosting.
Yes.
Sidekick.
Yeah,
It's
thank
sliding
you.
in a
Yeah.
natural sidekick spot with Shane the Meat Cutter.
Yeah.
And what's the name of the place? Grimey's? What the hell?
Gritty's.
Gritty's.
Yeah,
Do you know this place, Steve? You know this
Yeah,
place.
Gritty's is like a main staple,
Oh, sorry.
just like IGA.
Just like IGA, yes. What's the name of that book chain? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, I got to look it up. Been there a million times, these stores.
Isn't
Yeah, I mean,
IGA
I've
the-
always just referred to it as the Damascotta bookstore.
Well, good for you, Steve.
I thought IGA was the International Grocers.
No, we're moving on to the next one. Sherman's.
Oh yes, okay. Yeah, there's one in Brunswick too.
Yeah, there used to be one in Camden. There's one in anyway, it's a good little book chain.
That's what you got to do is you just got to move up to Damascotta.
Sure.
I'll build a studio. You can get rid of Dave. I'll produce the show.
I never thought of it that way.
After the State Theater, yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, we got to do one other thing before that, and I can fire you. But I'm not gonna fire him. I'll just keep him on. He's like an ex-wife at this point. Just I'll pay him over every month. He's like Tiger Woods' girlfriend. Dave, get your bag on. You're going on vacation this weekend. Yeah, have a good trip.
I mean, he's good at organizing shows, right?
Oh, Dave has done a good job, but you're right.
He's also partially responsible for what I believe is the funniest thing that's ever happened on this show.
What's that?
The $30,000 Madawaska bill.
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
You must have been.
I still think about that.
You must have been
sometimes.
jealous that you weren't part of the show at that point.
Yes.
There must be
yes,
times
I wanted to
one
be
of them,
there.
'cause I reached out to you right away.
I was driving around the country in my van, and there were times where I'd think about that $30,000 bill and just chuckle, and just laugh. I'd be like driving through Arizona, just laughing to myself.
Again, I didn't fire the kid who did it, and like I'm still like basically essentially begging this kid to be part of the
He
show.
eventually turned on you.
I was just saying,
Yeah.
you tried to hire him after that.
Yeah, I was like, let's bring him back.
I appreciate your acumen, your business.
It's not discussed enough that he like thought that it was natural for a caterer to drive 500 miles
Yes.
to make mac and cheese and hamburgers.
They were doing a favor. They liked the show.
1,000 miles round trip. I mean, just a good kid.
I remember having that conversation with him. I'm like, are you sure that they want to do this? And he's like, yes, they were great with us. They're willing to drive all that way. He was making it kind of like the camaraderie
Look,
that they know the
I had
show.
this great cheeseburger in Los Angeles this one time. We're gonna bring them over. They're gonna cater this thing. It's gonna be fine. Don't
Go from
worry.
Los Angeles to Denver. I remember wandering around the sock like an idiot myself. And everyone's like, oh, thanks so much for the food. And I'm like, yeah, sure. You're really enjoying it. That's great. I don't know what to say.
Kirk, how would you like genuine Italian food?
We did bring it up. We did bring that up on the show, and even you were like, I guess if they.
No, he
fucking
said,
want to do it.
I'll never forget. I said Justin pulled off getting it for free, and he said, Mike, as my father always said, nothing is free in this life. Yeah. And boy, was he right.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. I was like, they're doing it.
Oh,
okay.
you said it was stupid, but if they want to do it for free, right. Yeah.
Right.
I just like the idea of everybody involved slowly learning that this bill was coming.
I still say, as crazy as I am, I was pretty laid back when Dave told me, honestly.
I was sweating making that phone call to you. I'll never forget where I was.
I knew that stuff like this, conversations years later would happen. I'm like, ultimately, it's a good thing. We'll do another show. We'll sell T-shirts.
My wife thought like a family member was dying. I was like, I need to go make a phone call and drive while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like
It makes me feel so
I was
stupid,
kind of shocked. I have to admit, I was almost like I had been hit in the face because I was kind of like, what do you... I remember you said to me, you were like, I'm like, yeah, the bill's pretty substantial. I was like, oh, shit. All right.
Like $5,000?
I really thought he was going to say like $1,500 or something. He's like, yeah, it's $30,000.
yeah.
I was like, 30?
Ended up being 24.
That's a good point.
It is,
That's a good point.
You called me, so I knew it was
That's
a
how
big
rare.
deal.
I think the last time I called you.
I knew it was a big deal.
Yeah.
And you said,
I think it was.
You said, I think it was. But you said, guess how much the bill was.
That was
And
just kind of a, yeah.
I said, because you're calling me, I'm going to guess 10,000.
Right.
And you said, no, $30,000.
$30,000. That is probably the greatest moment in the history of the show. There's been many, and I'm very proud of that. But I think that's the one. And Justin's whole, like, his weird indifference to everything. Where he's almost like, yeah, that's bad.
I think
That's
Justin
going to be the medication, right?
Has to be.
Justin was a part of the actual greatest moment of the show, which wasn't on the show.
What's that?
That we've said many times.
Oh, the three of us and Justin
At
in Miami.
dinner, yeah.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
Justin's like a new Justin now, though. Like you
You should have seen him at the.
He's
You'll
regular
see him in
Justin.
Maine. He
Yeah.
was. Yeah, not corporate. He had a shirt on. It was full of like
Well, that's
food
corporate.
stains.
That's corporate.
He's a kitchen
General manager growing the
yeah.
hill now. Yeah.
No, good for him.
Yes. Yeah.
It just the $30,000 bill. It makes me laugh thinking about my approach when we were finding this studio. Like I'm in my fucking yard hammering nails, like building these and getting Walmart desks and Walmart chairs.
Dave wanted
trying to do everything as inexpensively as possible, running it like a business. I should have just ordered everything top of the line.
That's why Makin complained about those chairs the other day. He said that they were not comfortable, right?
A hero.
And Dave Conley wants us to remove this desk.
I don't necessarily want to. I was just
can't.
saying, like,
I mean,
this
it's not like it was a deliberate stylistic choice. I bought it from fucking Walmart.
This is part of the show, though.
I think it is.
This
Yeah,
is
I mean, it's
part
got
of
its
the
own
show.
Twitter account.
There's a character on the show.
I do think
can't-
I think the couch idea would be good. You can see it. You can see it. What kind of uncomfortable dynamic you
See,
can
I
build
like.
on the couch.
I'm thinking from my perspective. I just like a chair as opposed to sitting on a couch with somebody. We had couches in Framingham, right?
Yes. Yeah.
How'd you feel if you came in and I was laying on the couch?
That's what I mean. Yeah, just taking a nap.
Didn't you do that? You were on the couch in Framingham, I think. Wasn't Mike? I
I
think
wasn't laying on the
Not
couch.
napping.
Oh, no, but he was like sitting there. He was.
I sat
was
there
he?
once. Usually I
Did
sat
you?
in a chair. Yeah.
Oh, is that right? What else?
I mean, the studio furniture could use a redesign, but
Oh, who gives a shit? It does. Who cares? It's fucking, believe me, I'm not interested in that.
Jeff D Lowe wants to know if you want to call him.
Oh, call him real quick. I told him I wanted to because
okay.
he's
Oh, I thought it just meant in general. Like, hey, does Kirk want to call me today?
Oh, we talked yesterday.
Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Did we get you the bad time or no?
No.
Okay.
Congrats to Massachusetts on the launch of the sports book.
Yes, we are official now. 19 minutes in the sports book in Massachusetts. So go gamble away. But
Well, I'm not sure bets are being taken yet. Dave, I saw Dave's tweet, but
Oh, is that true?
That.
Well, go keep an eye.
And yeah, I don't. Yeah.
So I was wondering this too because I'm going to go into Boston today and I'm going to go in the gambling cave with my bros. And Big Ev is going to be there. I texted him last night, basically, thanks so much or good luck going forward. God bless. Did not hear back. He's not done a joking text. So you think Big Ev is hurt by this trade?
Big Ev has not posted a tweet. He has not quoted it. He hasn't retweeted it, and he has not replied in his new team's group text, which
Wow.
you know. Well, from yours.
Yeah.
Those texts are pretty active. Like you reply, people reply.
Yo,
So it's
he's always quick.
It's an unbelievable. It was one of the most unbelievable. When John Rich proposed that, because he said I don't have Kirk's number. He goes, can you just test his temperature on that, whatever. I was like, it's never going to happen. And then here we are.
No, ultimately I had to do it. But yeah, so but I do like I said the show this morning. I like Ev. He's a good guy. He made a mistake. I wish him well going forward. I hope this isn't the kind of when I see him today. I hope it's not going to be contentious. I don't want him. He's a good guy. I don't want him to be hurt by this. I mean, this is a cruel business. You know that.
had to happen.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
What? Go ahead. Steve
I just
Robinson's
think
here,
the
Jeff.
trade had to happen. There was not a robust defensive view.
No.
And I mean, in a known enemy. I know you and Brandon Walker are kind of like frenemies at this point because you're Mr. Barstool, but
sure.
a known enemy, he has to know that's happening.
Yeah.
He should have walked out.
Well, my issue with that more, Steve and Jeff, is that he got lured into it by Brandon and crumbled. That's the thing. Like he just allowed it to happen. That's it. And I like Ev. You know,
It'd be great if now, because of this, Ev gets fired for stabbing the next person that talks shit about
he
you.
should. He should.
Look, I mean, that's the way back into the family.
That's a big. I mean, look at Rico. I mean, what odds would you have given Jeff when Rico left the first time? That he in the Barstool book 250 to 1. Oh, it's me, I guess. So maybe you'd have to make it more conservative.
Yeah, but there was a moment where I would have said, okay, maybe, but then it was so far gone, it was never again. But now his name returns to the briefcase for a third time in the logo.
And we go for the title
on record.
And we go for the 1 seed on Monday, which I'm excited with my new team, which Brandon was bitching about. But that's too bad. Like this is it's
I mean, Brandon, first of all, legendary cheater.
No question.
I mean, come on,
no question.
That's also his logic on that is insane. It makes literally. So the only way that it would make sense to like you get a new team and it would be unfair would be if your team was like 1-5 and then you inherited wins.
Yeah, it's stupid, right?
You're 5-1-0. Like you've earned it.
Thank you.
You've made a move. It's. I don't know what he's thinking.
He's desperate.
He was trying to prod Rico this morning. Rico wasn't budging. Rico's like, I didn't know about it. Found about it on Twitter. Happy to be in the league. It also kind of makes sense. This is not a shot at Ev. For you to walk into your first crown match against Brandon's team, it makes sense to have Rico at your side.
Rico. That's true. Rico is kind of my favorite team. I love playing with Steve and Jared and all, but Rico is Rico and I together feels like it has to happen again.
A lot of pressure on him though.
On Rico?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he'll handle. He's a man of God now. You should respect that, Steve, as a hardcore conservative. Rico's a religion.
It's good.
I was saying, Jeff, I talked to Rico the other day, and in the middle of that conversation, Rico said, "Hey, just so you know, I know most of our conversation in the past was just focused on me, and I'm sorry about that." And I found that to be an amazing moment of self-reflection from Rico Bosco. I would have said he would have been incredibly incapable of 3 months ago. So right now, I'm giving him a second chance. It'll probably blow up on me, but I'm giving him a second chance.
It is a different level-headed Rico, but there's still that little bit of crazy that helps him.
Yes,
yeah, that'll age like milk.
Correct.
It sounds like you're really the only one who's forgiven Rico, to be honest with you, because we've heard some other people behind the scenes who haven't necessarily engaged with him.
Well, I don't know that. I mean, look, he made a mistake. I was angry. I overreacted. I should have reached out to him as a friend. I didn't. Part of that's on me as a leader as well. So you have to accept some responsibility.
You better be making those burner accounts, getting ready to go after your enemies, though, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah, naturally. Yes, of course. He's already working on that.
Right move for the team. You haven't lost since you got rid of him.
That's a good point.
But also, you were inheriting a different player. I don't like if anyone's watched the recent.
You said
matches,
this. Yeah, I just watched after you texted me last night. He's playing very well.
And there's with Rico, there's an element with Rico where you're like, I don't think he gets what's going on here. He ran circles around Large last night, messing with Large, and Large one of the best players. He's just scoring points left and right.
I feel good.
You're getting a different Rico.
I feel good. How was he overall? What would you? We were talking about this before. You were amazed at the level of which Portnoy, like a 4-year-old, was excited about going to Disney World, leading into this trip.
Yeah, it went very well until I got him on the roller coaster, the real roller coaster. And so the video is going to come out, and then I'm sure on Monday on the rundown. I am pre-labeled as dictator, Disney dictator Jeff D Lowe. So that's going to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be. It was good though. It was pretty cool. I mean, it was the funniest thing about walking around Disney with him was all the parents who would be like, they would shuffle their kid over to Dave like he was Donald Duck, and they'd be like, hey, take a picture with him, and like they're wearing like a Saturday for the Boys shirt. You're like, just get in the picture. We know you want to meet Dave, because like they would use Dave as an excuse for the photo, right? And then he'd walk away, and then they go take a picture with Goofy and Mickey. So it was good otherwise.
I called him Davy Mouse 3 years ago. I was right then. Who knew?
So Dave really loved Disney, except for being really scared to go on the roller coaster.
I'll tell you what. He's about my age. You couldn't pay. Watching the footage of them getting off that roller coaster, I was getting sick. I'm dead. Was it? Did it have like flips or turns or spins? Like my thing is like the spins. I can't do the spins.
Really?
Yeah.
It spins. So the chairs spin, and at the end it puts you around in a circle, and you feel like a full G on you.
Oh Jesus.
So which I didn't know that.
But you guys got special VIP access, right? You weren't waiting in line like little people.
Yeah, we got not just a VIP, but once they saw that, like, once they kind of realized like people were going to be coming up to them all day, like we got like the heightened one too. Like we were like really backstage, like the magic was stripped away. You know, we were like going to the warehouse to cut even like the other VIP.
It's like Blind Mike when he goes to his comedy conventions in Houston. It's unbelievable.
The issue with that roller coaster though was that we did like 6 rides before that, all in the morning. We had no food. The only thing we did was we had like a novelty cocktail at the Star Wars Cantina. Then we did like the Star Wars ride that's been around for like 40 years. So the technology in the old Star Wars ride really doesn't help you if you're not good with like 3D and motion sickness.
No, I am not.
And then we went on that, and when we blasted off backwards in that ride, and I turned to Kendrick. I was like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna be pissed." Like I just knew it was just bad news after that.
I like to imagine Dave angrily gesturing with like those big Mickey gloves on.
He's got that. He's kidding with his lightsaber while they're on the ride.
Put him back in the carriage.
All right. Well, thank you. So when I see Ev today, I'll let you know because I'm going to see him this afternoon. Hopefully he's all right. He's a nice guy. I don't want him to be. I don't want him to be sad. That's it. Because I think he liked. We talked about this. I want him specifically to be traded to a team. I would have traded to him a team if that team wasn't going to be in the playoffs because he's never been in the playoffs.
You did him right. That team will 100. That team is going to make the tournament. They beat ZD. They just beat Gen XYZ. They're 3-2 and they're 3-2 and they beat 4 by like 14 points. Like they are going to make the tournament. So Ev will make his first tournament.
Well, there you go. All right, I'll talk to you later.
See, you did him right.
Thank you, Jeff. See, there you go. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
You put him in a good home.
I just like to imagine Ev weeping, covered in blood because Roan disrespected you or something.
Well, I mean, it's just if he's legitimately upset, he's a nice kid. I feel bad. He's a nice guy.
Do you think he's gonna have like a private conversation with you once he sees you walk in and pull you aside?
Kirk, I'm sorry.
I mean, that'd be the gentlemanly thing to do.
I
Nice little apology.
I should go up to him. No, it's okay. I should go up to him and say, listen, it's a business decision.
Yep.
I put you in a position where you can also succeed. Good luck going forward. It's good. Get the fuck out of here. I got gambling to do. Let's go, baby. I'm gonna get in this chair.
And the way things work here, he'll probably be back on the team in 6 months.
I know no. He violated.
for life?
No, he violated something which you can't come back from.
Oh, okay.
Like he spoke. You might not know this, Mike. Steve immediately understood it. He spoke out of turn.
Right.
You can't do.
Yeah, I don't know that.
On my team,
The third person pronouns are gone from your vocabulary.
Not how it works. Just simply not how it works.
I said that to Mike this morning. I said all I wanted to do was play Brandon calling you a narcissist and have you react to it. I didn't even think of the Ev side of that.
No, I don't get Brandon's. Brandon's professional wrestling.
I know.
He's a cartoon.
And that's
Admittedly.
perfect projection. One of the great narcissists at Barstool, by the way.
Who, Brandon?
Oh yeah, of course. Totally in his own universe.
Loser.
Well, he admitted at the end of the day. He said in private he doesn't speak at all, but then a microphone comes around.
Yeah, like I said, he was texting me about movies and ripping Clemmer. What else going on?
Did you see Colin Kaepernick called his adoptive parents racist? Did you see that?
Because they adopted him?
Somebody's not getting enough attention. Time to go out and tap into it.
He's still around?
Liberal zeitgeist, yeah, right?
No, he's not. That's why he did.
His parents who adopted him?
Yes.
Why? Because they took him
Just
from
little things like he said he wanted cornrows, and they were like, "Oh, you shouldn't get cornrows," or were confused by it. So he's saying like all their racist tendencies growing up.
Where is he saying this?
What a low
He's got a
place
book
to be.
coming up. He's got a book coming out.
Oh,
What a low place to be that you throw your parents under the bus just to get a little attention on social media.
Well, you did that in our first episode. Maybe the Kaepernick will get deleted. Maybe
Tear those pages out.
scrub that audio.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, why is this book from page 312 to 316? Where are they?
Is he even new? Like, is he producing some series that's out?
I feel like every 3 months I see somebody tweet about Kaepernick doing something with like Netflix with like whatever.
It's Hulu, I think, with ABC News. Something
is that
about
right?
police brutality. Obviously.
Doesn't he have like Nike money?
He played it great though because he's like made him like way more valuable if he kept playing.
Did I say
this?
Did I say this on the show? When you get those like scholastic book recommendations for your kids at elementary schools, like his.
Oh, I've seen that before with Harry. Yeah,
it was like the biggest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, that's poison. I mean, Steve disagrees, but the public school systems are poison.
They need to be torn down.
I'm with you. I've said this from day one. Get rid of the Department of Education. Get rid of all those. I'm lockstep with you on that one, baby. Get rid of them all.
I think they're really killing themselves, to be honest.
What do you mean?
Oh, there's like 1 million missing public school kids since the beginning of the pandemic. I think more and more kids are just going to be
going
leaving the public
homeschooled
school
and-
system. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant like missing, like the case missing.
Yeah, so there's 1 million missing children. We're going to start that podcast.
Since you came in here 31 minutes ago, how many prime athletes have dropped dead for unknown reasons? would you say?
Steve gets so excited when
there's-
that happens.
I'm just asking you a question. I want the answer. You're on
Since
topic.
the last time we talked about it, there's been Minifans flagging me in at least 5 or 6.
Oh well, they're reliable.
Like
We-
prime
I've seen
age,
4
prime age
articles.
people.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
and all because
There
they
you go.
got the jab.
Did Bruce get the jab? Never know.
We don't know if Bruce has COVID.
Yeah, we don't know what he has.
We don't know if it's him. Weird because they've been. So I'm supposed to go Sunday. They've been like Steve Van Zandt got COVID. Nils Lofgren got COVID. The saxophone player Jay Clemens got it, and they were very open about it. Now they say there's an illness in the band. They would say it if Bruce had COVID. I think they would say it.
Do you think they're going to cancel Sunday show?
I think. Well, it depends on what it is. Like if he had whatever, somebody in the band had pneumonia or like the flu, or maybe not.
Yeah.
But or if it's even somebody else, like put it this way, if they were in Columbus, Ohio yesterday, right? So they canceled the show in the afternoon. If Max Weinberg, the drummer, like tested positive that afternoon for COVID, they'd probably cancel that show, but they'd probably do a show or two with a backup guy.
I was going
after
to, if
that.
it wasn't COVID, would they still do the show, or just if Steve Van Zandt got sick, they would cancel the show?
Well, if Bruce got sick, they would cancel the show.
That's what.
Yeah,
but is
yeah.
there anyone other than Bruce that would happen with?
Yeah, like a guy like that, like a drummer or the piano Roy Bittan, like where it's sort of
There's not a backup for
Yeah,
those?
you need it. Like
I
that
think it would depend on how severe it was, right? I mean,
Yeah, also
there's
that.
plenty of people who have COVID and it's just like they get maybe a minor headache.
I do wonder if you're like a Springsteen who's been so liberal about this, can you then?
Yeah, you gotta pretend like
right.
it's still a big deal.
Because he's probably
Yeah.
fine. I mean,
And
and he almost
his-
wiped through that band this tour. They're all old, by the way, 73.
And Mohegan is the next show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's like a block. They postponed this one. There's a block in like mid-April, like 15 days between when they're end US and go to Europe. They'd probably just put it there, I would think. Although I know you got to cooperate with as we found out with the Wilbur, it's hard to match these dates sometimes.
I had to go rogue, by the way, for the Boston show. Got tickets for the Boston show
For you?
for you,
You did.
potentially with security escorts all around, because we got to get you to Bruce somehow. So I had to go
Okay.
rogue.
So you
that's
have
what it's looking-
tickets.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get confirmation on the security escort around the arena. So you should have access to potentially go see the man.
So you went.
This
rogue?
feels like
How did
these,
that-
this feels like these tickets will never
Rogue,
happen.
rogue meaning just that, like,
Not
all
telling
my
me,
other-
you mean? Or
Well,
what did you do?
Sort of, but I have connections. That's all.
All right. Well, you gotta keep your
He
job.
went rogue.
Well, I just mean that, like, we got denied credentials. I told you about the other day, right?
What is he? Are you locking in these tickets?
I wish I didn't say anything. I'm 75%. I'll give it
Oh,
75.
yeah, forget
All right,
it.
fine, 90. I'm very confident.
It was not a negotiation.
96.
I'm very confident. I'm very confident.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fine, 90.
The security thing we'll figure out over the weekend, I think. So,
I see. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Are people still wearing masks around here in Massachusetts?
I
Are
don't
people
think
still kind of crazy about it? Because there's plenty of people in Maine. I see people in Maine all the time driving around in their cars by themselves. still with
Really?
the mask
Oh,
on,
I do
yeah.
see that sometimes. That's
Around
funny.
the State House, there's
I saw
plenty
that
of people
running the
wearing
in the
masks.
morning. There's a guy by himself at a light, like 6:50 in the morning at the light, like with a mask on, all by himself.
Is
And I was
there a
like, what-
remote chance that he's like got the flu or something and he chose to wear a
In the
mask
car?
to protect other people? I don't know. Oh,
He's in the car by
car's
himself.
In the car's crazy. But like if you're going out to a
Oh,
grocery
yeah,
store,
I don't mind. I
like the idea.
I actually
That's
don't mind that. I don't mind that. I'm with you. I don't want to get the fucking cold. I don't want a cold.
feel like we
or
should
flu.
be
Yeah, I don't
doing
mind
that
if
for
they
years.
want a mask up. I don't really care. It just feels like it's more. It's either like a,
I haven't worn a mask
neuroses
in, I
or
don't know, 2 years, a year and a half.
I think it's like a personality statement, maybe.
Like around here, when did you have to stop? Like when did that mask thing sort of end? Like it's been
Year
2
ago?
years.
probably about a year.
Oh, that's it? Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
because
you're right.
it wasn't Omicron last year when it came back and people
Oh yeah,
were worried.
that's true.
Yeah,
But they didn't reinstate mandates around here. I don't think.
I thought there was.
I know in school there wasn't.
certain
Maine,
venues.
Maine
yeah.
was a lot harsher than Massachusetts.
It was oddly.
I was thinking about this, reflecting as one does.
Sure.
I think that the trauma that a lot of people have from the pandemic lockdowns, we didn't have because we just kind of said fuck off and continued coming in here and doing the show.
Yeah, although
True.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Didn't do anything else outside of the show, but
we really couldn't.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Though I do still see like signs on businesses' doors saying like masks encouraged and shit like that. I
Right,
see
but
that
no-
a
but
decent
nobody-
amount. Nobody does
No,
it, but
right.
it's still there just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, I'm fine. Like I said, if somebody's sick, like why not throw it on? But like I couldn't imagine, like the show on Sunday, nobody. I don't know, maybe 100. If the show goes on, there's 12,000 seats.
Yeah.
What, 100 people have masks? 200 people?
No,
I mean, we did the
that
soc-
seems like way too many.
We did the
Of,
soccer
of
show. with,
12,000? No, there's like older people. You know, like 100 people have masks, I bet.
Oh, really?
I think.
I haven't seen any. That's the only reason I say that.
Yeah.
I didn't see one mask at Disney on Ice last weekend. So
Well,
there you go.
It changes everything.
I mean, we did the Socko show 3 months into the pandemic.
Outdoors, though.
Yeah, it was outdoors, but I mean, there wasn't a single. There weren't. Well, I guess people were wearing masks, but there wasn't a problem there.
No, but our listeners are probably more inclined not to wear masks.
I would say, yeah,
You know, I mean, like if it was a
They're more rational, less
right,
fearful.
Well, that's what I would say about that. More rational, for sure. But I remember, like, people were like, "You're doing the show." I was like, "Well, yeah." We did 2 and 2 nights, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I was like, "Well, we're doing it outside." I never thought that was a big.
we were out of the
concern.
curb.
We were. We were.
And people could have literally stayed in their car and listened.
Some did.
to
I
the
think.
show
Yeah,
and
some did.
watched the
Some
show.
spent the night,
That's true. It's a good point.
passed out drunk.
I thought of this listening to the case when you were describing Matthew Farwell leaving the building, that the masks give people trying to hide their identity kind of a good excuse.
Sure.
totally.
You know?
Sure.
Now it's
Absolutely.
not weird to wear a mask in public.
I know.
true.
I'd be walking into a bank with a mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. What else, Dave?
Nothing crazy. You don't care about the Will Smith feeling hurt, which playing victim after
I
all
do
this.
not.
so.
I do not. I have to say it. It hurts me to say it. I don't even care that much about the Oscars on Sunday night. Amazingly, I just don't care.
It's this Sunday? I didn't even realize.
Who's
Yeah, it's
hosting?
this Sunday.
Jesus.
Kimmel. Yeah.
I think those kind of award shows are going to eventually become like private subscription events.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
the-
YouTube
the
or something,
Netflix, and for sure. Yeah, the SAG Awards are going to be on Netflix starting next year for sure. And
I think their egos are just too big to handle every single year. Lowest ratings,
True.
lowest ratings. And eventually
Although-
they'll try to make it this exclusive thing. And then they'll have control over how many people,
right.
you know, what the stats are.
Although if you're ABC, it's still like 13, 14 million people watching, which is like a huge number in today's world. Like way higher than anything else, basically.
Yeah, but the reason people don't care anymore is because even like I wasn't like a movie buff when I was a kid, but usually I still would have seen at least 2 of the nominees
Yeah.
for Best Picture. Whereas it's like now, I mean, Top Gun technically,
And
but other than
Avatar, that got nominated. A lot of people made like 600 million. But yeah, I don't. But also, I think now,
now it's like 10 nominees, right? Or-
yeah, and I think a lot of the country now is like on social media is more like just like fuck these people. There's a lot of that too. It's like we don't want to listen to you guys freaking talk about how tough your life is. There is
Yeah.
the, sort of the Trump of it all. That's where Trump I think was good. So
Can you gamble on the Oscars?
yes,
All right, so maybe WWE isn't that crazy.
no, WWE is crazy.
It's definitely crazy. I thought it was crazy, but if you can gamble on the Oscars, that's predetermined.
Yeah, but Price Waterhouse, it's like it's.
They're Ernst and Young. They're both.
Yeah.
They both want to use Ernst and Young.
No, I know, but WWE's like they're like you
It's a
understand.
little bit looser.
I-
it's
it's
a little bit
definitely-
looser
it's
than the award
Harry,
shows.
if, Harry, if
It's
Harry's
still
listening,
crazy.
if Harry's listening wherever he is right now, if they're listening driving around, just hit the 30. It's not real. Like the matches are scripted.
Yes,
Okay, you mean you're aware of that,
correct.
right?
But
okay.
they know the winners of the Oscars. This is my only point. I think it's stupid on both ends. I
Well, I don't
hate both ideas.
think, but nobody, like 2 people know the winner. of
There's
the Oscars.
so many more people involved with
definitely more
a wrestling.
There's
match.
writers, wrestlers. These are people who are fucking
Still, people get
nuts.
with the Oscars. Yeah, wrestling.
People
is
with
just
like 90
completely-
concussions. Like, you know, I don't know. Do you trust the one guy Ernst and Young, the one guy who knows, or Brock Lesnar?
Oh, it's insane. It's insane.
Or the Undertaker.
It's
I
not-
don't.
That's not my point.
Or Vince
I-
McMahon. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not my point. I know it's less people.
That won't
involved in
happen.
the
I predict that will not happen. I saw Colorado and Michigan are talking about that.
Yeah.
No way.
I was asking Mike.
No
so,
way!
So say it does happen. The win for WWE is just that more people because you can gamble
just
on
gamble
watching
on
the product.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the game. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, right? I mean, what else would it be?
That's what I
think.
didn't know. I didn't see
Yeah,
like.
like now, I said Dan Katz will watch wrestling now.
is
if he
it
has
worth it that
incentive to.
much? Like, is it really worth it?
No, it's a
It's an
disaster.
older demographic. You're not getting new people into wrestling really because of it, probably.
It's also a like it's just a disaster waiting to happen. Like legally, it's a disaster waiting to happen.
I lost $400 on the Super Bowl.
You bet on the Super Bowl?
I did. Yeah, I bet on the national anthem.
Oh. You said
I had
you bet
an
The
the
length
under?
of time?
Yeah, I had an inside tip.
Oh, yeah, the
There was a-
source?
Yeah, there was
Oh, I remember you tweeted about
a
this.
friend
right?
of a friend was
What happened?
worked for Chris Stapleton or something. Said it was
Okay.
going to be the over. And he just
It's always the over.
hustled right through it. No, it was the under.
But I'm
He
just saying,
fucking
in general,
blew right through it.
I don't think that's an insider. I think it's just a guy that bets every year. and says it's always the
No,
over.
no, it was a friend of a friend whose like nephew worked for Chris Stapleton.
Interesting.
Had solid information and
Let you down. $400? What were the
yeah,
odds?
yeah. I don't know. It was pretty. I mean, it was pretty even.
Do we have an update on this? I saw Portnoy's not tweeting at the sports, but can you gamble now online or no?
Let's take a peek.
That's another one. Like, why can't Chris Stapleton bet $10 million on that? You know, He's in full
He
control.
probably took the under. That
Maybe.
Yeah.
fucking asshole.
What's that, Dave?
There's a known login registration issue.
Oh boy.
Oh,
So there just could be some tech issues.
Gotcha.
Okay. Not good.
Keep an eye on that.
Colin Name was right about this app.
We'll take a few calls and we have things to do. Oh god damn
Tell you another thing I was
it. Fuck
thinking
you,
about.
Keegan Bradley. What's that?
One of the first things that we did in terms of playing bad other shows was all those Entercom podcasts. Remember that there were like 5 sports
Scout and
podcasts that they
Pals.
canceled?
They got rid of all of them immediately.
They're all gone.
The
all
whole
gone.
thing is totally gone.
That guy's still around. Like he does a lot of hits. What's that guy's name?
The Gambler. We liked the Gambler.
Oh,
Yes.
Nick Costos.
Nick Costos
Nick
does
I think
a
he's,
lot
I
of
think he's on
hits.
that BetQL thing, probably.
Yeah, he does a lot of hits.
But all the guys, that was what I was going to be part of. That's why that was the whole reason we did. That was going to be the middle of that day. It was going to be after Scal and Pals and
Yeah.
what was the one? The guy with his wife.
Swing and misses.
Yeah, shit like that. And I remember right away I was like, this will last 2 weeks, and Scalabrini would be like, I don't want to do this anymore. That's exactly what happened.
When
Odyssey
does
stock, by
Odyssey
the way,
get relisted or
15
delisted?
cents.
Rather,
15 cents. They're
15 cents right now.
gonna
15.
they're gonna split the stock. I think at the end of end of March or end of May.
I mean, they're going to consolidate.
They
the
split it. That's bad news.
Split that stock. I like it.
Isn't that what it is? Stock split? I don't know anything about it, but that's what they said at their next shareholder meeting. They're gonna do something along those lines.
Jesus.
It was like $54 a share when
Jesus.
whatever the Sun took over.
Was it really when Dave Field took over?
Yeah.
$54.
Yeah,
15
that's like
cents.
That's around where Howie sold all of his.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he had a bunch of Entercom shares. He immediately offloaded them.
Okay, like I always said in my last contract, did it with Dave Field on the phone. He's like, do you want a bonus or do you want like a big bonus or do you want stock? I was like, I'll take the money.
Or would you like these Entercom dollars?
Which of the time?
Hey, this is an IOU. This is a biggie. That one's for the Ferrari. You want to hand on?
Which at the
hang on
time
to
it
that
was
one.
like $18 or $16. I was like, well, it's not terrible, but it was like anybody could see where radio was going. 15 cents.
Yeah.
That's insane. Is that what's at right now, Dave?
Yep.
It's gonna get into single digits.
And to show off my financial expertise a little bit, that is not good for the listeners at home.
Coming up on More on Money,
Yes.
you want your stock price to be up.
Higher. It's not
What's
like
also
golf.
funny is nobody's like, hey, it's 15 cents. We should buy in. Like nobody thinks that. You're like,
No.
This is not going to suddenly be worth $1.
It's like 15 cents, and you're going to consolidate. I think I'll short it.
The company was worth the other day. I saw the total $22 million.
It's getting closer to that point where you could take it over.
Very close.
Lead a revolution in talk radio.
15 cents.
That is crazy to think about.
Oh,
I'll
The
tell you,
amount of radio stations they own, and it's worth $22 million.
that's what I mean. It's worth. It's
just the real estate alone. They could sell off to.
That's
how much?
exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what the value of the company is.
you'd
right
probably end up just assuming a bunch of their debt.
now. Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, they must be.
It's like the Boston Globe.
yeah, it must be swimming in it at this point.
How many stations do they have? Any idea?
I have no idea.
Hundreds?
Hundreds,
Hundreds,
and
like 300 or
Yeah.
something.
Because if you divide it by how many each station is
Right.
worth on average.
You're talking about FAN, EEI,
Yeah.
like big stations. So
I think the spectrum that FM and AM radio exists on is probably going to be reused at some point.
Actually, I think Shattuck is probably going to get knocked off. I think they're selling the tower site.
No.
No, they won't. They won't,
Can't
sell
do
shit. They won't do that.
And
shit.
they're doing.
Steve's on there 3 times a week.
They're finally doing EEI AM. They're finally selling that off.
Oh, 850.
Yeah.
To who?
I don't know.
You know, it's an interesting
fucking
little radio
buying
tip.
that?
The real estate, like the
AM
tower will just.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Part of the reason AM radio is going to go away is because of the proliferation of electric vehicles. Because the electric vehicles create a disturbance that an AM signal can't get through. So
Also
if you're
no-
driving a Tesla, can't listen to.
Also, nobody listens to AM radio.
Well, they
Speak for
listen to
yourself.
RKO. Listen to RKO more than EEI right now.
No
so.
shit.
That's true.
Last weekly, Howie was number 2. Men 2554.
Kudos
Grace
to Howie.
Curley, who you hate, 2.
That's not true at all. Grace is great.
Red Light Robinson, we call him. They load up.
Load up.
All right. Hello. Why haven't been on her show yet?
She hasn't asked.
No. Okay. Hello.
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 Michael, my dear friend. What'd you have for dinner last night, buddy?
I work because this guy's going to give me attitude. He doesn't like when I say this, but pasta. Says it's always pasta.
Not surprised
Always
with carbs.
Hey. Now that's not nice.
I'm happy Steve is. Thank you for the call. Hello.
Bingo card guy, by the way, spoke less than that random Asian woman who came into the studio.
Oh, yeah.
There were people who did the VIP experience when I was working with Howie who spoke more during the show.
It was a good game. I'll say that.
I was asking Dave, like, do you think he just wanted to come in because he thought it'd be a cool experience?
Yeah, it was a VIP. It was exactly what it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so he
why
didn't necessarily want to be on air.
Well, I think he just wanted to sit there and like.
Right.
That's why I said that Dave was probably a third guy in that day.
Yes.
Makes sense.
But you've been high on that anyway. It seems like if it's just a random fan coming in, I think you want 2 people now.
Yes.
I get that.
For
Steve's
sure.
here.
Just as
Correct.
Well, that's different.
Correct. Hello.
Hey, in honor of Big Steve, the rabble rouser, I figured I'd call in and stir the pot a little bit.
Go ahead.
I was, if you listen to the show when Steve quits, like right before you guys start arguing,
Oh, you're
you're like,
He's rough.
something about his Christmas bonus. And he's like, oh, yeah, nice Christmas bonus. And then you're like, what, you didn't like it? That was the first question. Second question was, Conan, what was your Christmas bonus that you picked up to extra podcasts? Whose is bigger is the question.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think there was a barstool like random bump, like
Yes.
a little bump. I think I counted as a bonus.
Why is your connection so
I
bad?
don't know. I turned it down.
You turned me down, fuckface.
Who is this? What's your name?
Mike.
Mike, do you think I listened to the old show? Is that what you're asking me? Did I listen to the old show, Steve's last show?
No, I was wondering.
Okay.
Apparently, it sounded like
Call back and you better not lie, but yeah.
It sounded like he was saying Steve poo-pooed the bonus
maybe.
or something.
Yeah, what can you do?
What bonus?
I don't know.
Guys making six figures a podcast. Yes, hello.
Kirk, some baseball trivia.
Go ahead.
Who is the only player in MLB history with 2 instruments in his last name? I'll hang up and listen.
I have no idea. Wow. No clue. Next call.
Bellhorn.
Oh, is that right, Mark Bellhorn?
That's
I don't
pretty
know,
good.
One that came.
It's not bad.
Not the greater instruments. I mean, a bell.
Good point, Steve. You're right. Stupid question.
You're right. Dave's a fucking idiot. That's a good point.
I never thought of it that. Hello.
Good morning, guys. Kirk, I have an opportunity for canceling Davey Cullinane, I believe.
I'm in. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
So listening to the YouTube yesterday, I have good reason to believe that Dave's dead mother-in-law guy is actually a Patriots beat reporter.
Why?
I beg your pardon?
Look up Evan Lazar. Listen to Dave's dead mother-in-law guy. That's all I'm going to say.
Now,
People trying to out-call us?
Yeah. Can you? How does that cancel me? However.
Yeah, why would that
No,
cancel?
you can cancel him.
Oh.
You can cancel him for making
That's not
fun
my
of your
beat.
dead
That's not my
mother-in-law.
beat. It's not my beat.
Oh, well, take a look. I don't know who that is, but okay.
I will say, as a rule, when someone reaches out and tells me this person sounds exactly like that person on the show, it has
always-
never been correct.
It's always that person.
And if it is correct, then it kind of ruins the allure of the call.
A little bit.
That's
yeah.
for sure. That is for sure. Hello.
Hello, how's the hanging fellas? It's my Mike Peter.
Wow.
No, it
Doesn't
isn't.
sound like it, but okay. Go ahead. Mike immediately says it's not his penis.
Yeah, he dipped me in a bowl of couscous last night.
Nah.
When you're doing the knockoff version of Blind Mike's penis and you're not funny at all,
Yeah,
Blind Mike's penis
it's tough.
Number
My
2,
penis would never
the
say
sequels are never as good as the original.
No.
Hello. Good call so far. Hello.
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 Good morning. Question for the main sleuth.
Go ahead.
Steve, were you there when Howie had the relationship with Mittman?
I was there when Mittman was buying advertising and he was on the show. When I filled in, I had him on a couple
The only
times
time
as well.
the only time I ever did the show, Howie's show, is with Steve, and Mittman was on after I was on.
Yes,
I met him that day. It's the first time I pressed the flesh with Bruce Mittman. Who knew years later?
First time we ever made radio.
That's true. Who knew years later that Bruce Mittman would be in charge of an empire?
That's right.
Hiring giants.
Was he buying time just for that segment? But he represented advertisers.
No, he wasn't buying that segment. It was there was another TV guy who for some reason couldn't come on, so he kind of filled that gap. I was like an industry TV guy,
Right?
Came on and talked about stuff.
Dreadful. Go ahead, caller.
He's gone.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Hello. Hey, load up, Dave.
They're not loaded up.
They're not?
Slow morning.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Kirk. Matt from Tony's Fuck Doll Emporium. How you doing?
Hello, Matt. Good morning.
Started my morning today off like every day. I had Bonjour Sports on in the background, and they had Krista Crick on today, and it made me think of you guys. I just wanted to call and say, it's been great being a partner with you. It's been lucrative for both parties, and you guys really know how to treat a sponsor. So I want to announce 4 new dolls today for the Minifans.
Wow.
If you'd like to hear them.
This is, I'm always curious to hear that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. First one, we got Christian Arcand. That's only got 1 hole.
Yeah, right. Sure.
Yeah. We got Shane the Meat Cutter. I got the Fisher perfect. The asshole on this one is totally blown out. He had a model for me.
Oh, good.
We're going to do Moss Dudley with a 12-inch detachable penis.
Well, yeah. Okay.
And most special deal, in honor of him on the show today, a Steve Robinson doll rolling out tomorrow. It's going to be 15% off for all the Minifans. We're calling it the fucking it 15% off deal.
Sure.
That's legally.
Is it a 15-year-old Steve Robinson?
That's legally.
15%. No. It's still an 18+ item.
Yes.
Okay. 15% off.
Fucking at 15% off.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Can I ask, is there a lot of demand for male dolls?
Yes. Because they come with a detachable penis, you can use them in the shower. That's what Dave does.
Okay.
Sure. So you said Shane the Meat Cutter. Women had to. What was the process? I was confused.
Well, I had to have him show me his asshole so I could kind of get it right. I'm an artist.
Right.
He had the Fisher situation, so I just wanted to make sure it was true to size. We weren't even giving him away at the.
You had to pack his ass full of modeling clay or something.
What do you suspect will be the of those 4? Which will break out? What will be the Tickle Me Elmo, if you will, of these dolls?
Oh, it's a Steve Robinson doll. I think all the hardy women of Maine are going to want one. It's going to get through the winter.
Yeah, we should reach out off air about a sponsorship.
Yeah,
Maine Wire would be interested.
You could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. Thanks for the call.
Ooh, I like this. I like this, Steve. I like this. Let's talk business.
All right. Thank you very much. Wow. That's big.
Certainly is.
I always like hearing from another businessman.
Sure.
I think the Moss Dudley one could be a big player for you.
There's definitely an audience for that. The Arcane one, I don't know. I mean, maybe. He's been lighting the world on fire since he went over there, huh? Jeez. Victor Hovland tied for the lead. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Steve, hello to the Prince of Poon. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right, buddy. How are you?
I did not know that.
I call him the Prince of Poon because he's the only guy in the last 20 years that I've heard refer pussy as poon. On 2 episodes, he called it poon.
Poontang.
She hung her knockers out.
What was that, Steve?
She hung her knockers out.
Go ahead.
It happened.
Yeah, well, it happened.
Kirk, do you want to play which had more episodes, 90s sitcom edition?
Sure, why not? I'm in.
Okay. First TV show, Caroline in the City.
Caroline in the City, starring the lovely Leah Thompson.
The second show, The Single Guy.
Okay. Is that the Jonathan Silverman one or no?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to say Caroline in the City.
Oh, no. I got 2 more. 2 more.
Okay.
Next one is Chicago Suns.
Chicago Suns. Okay.
With Jason Bateman.
Yep, I remember that one.
And then the last one is Sybil.
Okay. Do you want me to do the order of all 4?
You can go from smallest to largest, or largest to smallest.
Okay, I'll go large, smallest. Why not?
Start with the middle, actually.
I'll go Sybil, Caroline in the City, the Silverman one, and then the Bateman one.
You were half correct. Caroline in the City had 97 episodes.
Damn it. Yeah.
Sybil had 87 episodes.
So I had the first 2. Okay.
The Single Guy had 43, and Chicago Suns had 13.
Okay, 13. Jesus. Well, thanks.
Caroline in the City is the only one of those I know.
I thought Sybil had a much longer run.
Me too.
I thought it was in syndication.
It was on like Lifetime or something. It did have like a syndicated run. Yeah.
Is what's up with Abishola? Is Bob Hart's Abishola
still on?
Still
Is it still on? Still on.
I think we picked a winner of that entire batch of shows that came out. There's like a whole other universe of people who still watch network television.
Oh yeah, I think everything else is probably gone.
That's like one of the biggest divides.
It's a good question. Might be the longest running show from that season.
That Patricia Heaton show is definitely not on the air anymore.
Bob Hart's Abishola is in its 4th season.
They've definitely banged at this point, right?
It's had 70. I would think so. It's had 74 episodes. Wow. Jesus Christ. Yeah, season 4 right now. Unbelievable.
It's the Minihane touch.
Meanwhile,
do you think out there are there some people who discovered Bob Hart's Abishola by listening to
I
the
think
show?
undoubtedly, yeah.
Have stuck with it.
People have mentioned, when I say recently, I mean the last like year or two, but people have messaged me somewhat recently about it.
Oh, really? Yeah. I was flipping around the other night. I saw it was on. I was like, my God, it's still on. Jesus. Hello.
All aboard.
All aboard.
Easy. It's Linda Marks. How are you, my boy?
Well, okay, Linda, I guess. Let's see. See what you got.
You big jar of honey. I'd like to butter your buns and bounce you down the street. Ooh.
Okay.
Things I would do to your little Maine wire butthole.
Oh, well, okay. All right. She's like Steve. All
No,
right.
we'd make an appointment, and then you'd be like, "Oh, I've got laryngitis. I can't perform."
Make an appointment, huh?
That's the sexy talk on Tinder these days.
That's Maine Wire's dirty section they have, the not safe for work section. Scroller and make it an
Write
appointment.
a column each week and document our sexual exploits.
I would read that. I would read.
Yeah, just booking in her face.
Boys, I've been working on a new tone, a new song. It's called an Ode to Fauci.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh, Mr. Fauci.
Okay, I think we're good.
You sweet little.
You tried your hardest.
I'm surprised she hasn't come out with that, by the way.
Well,
I think there was something, right?
Did she for
about,
Fauci?
about the vaccine in general or something?
Yeah, she definitely had
She probably
pandemic.
got paid like $100,000 by Pfizer to come out with it.
Yeah, no kidding. Jesus.
Do you think that the fake Blind Mike's penis realized he swung and missed and just called back as Linda Marks?
Definitely possible.
Yeah,
that's what I was wondering. during that whole
Strong
call.
possibility.
The bar is what's his name yesterday. I know yesterday wasn't a real show per se, but who's that guy who called and he was trying to act like he didn't want to come into the
That
studio?
was sad. That was
the Dave's dead mother-in-law guy.
Yeah,
right?
That might have been the most frightening call of all time.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it was just scared. I was actually kind of like scared.
I just wanted to let you know I'm not going to go to the gambling cave with you later.
You're not going.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to announce that.
Nobody asked you though.
I'm just saying exactly. So I wanted it out there.
No,
because
you're not
people were
wanting-
probably silently wondering
No, nobody
if
wants
I
you
would
there.
be
What do you
there.
mean? What are you saying?
Good, because I'm not going to go.
Come on. Guy was like,
I'll be damned.
he was very insistent that he would. I'm sure if I reached out to him personally, he would say, I'm not coming in studio. I would think.
How about him and
I'd
Trent
imagine.
the day before the
Oh,
live show?
Jesus God. Hello.
We wouldn't have to go. That'd be nice.
Hey,
Kirk, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Right on. So I need some help deciphering some song lyrics here.
I'll do my best.
Okay, so you know the song "Truth Hurts" by Lizzo. She says in it,
I do not.
I
know
just
that
took
song.
that DNA test, and turns out I'm 100% that bitch.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that means she has a tasty pussy?
Oh.
I bet.
Maybe. I haven't really given her pussy much thought. Maybe. I mean, she's
I bet
very
that
wealthy.
tastes like rainbows.
Remember the idiot DEC? Do you remember this in the old show he had when he looked up Lizzo? He
Liz
looked up
O.
Liz
Yeah,
space
yeah.
O, and there was like a cowgirl or something.
I don't understand. This is a woman's in perfectly fine shape.
very
115 pound
thin.
white woman.
Jesus God.
Liz O.
I don't know. Has he been leaving any Yelp reviews lately or no?
I haven't seen any new ones lately.
I don't know the answer to. No, I don't know that. She's rich though. I'm sure she keeps it clean. I would think. I don't know.
She that rich? She hasn't been around that long.
Okay, she's broke. She lives in a one-bedroom
I think she gets
apartment.
paid pretty well.
She's that
The biggest
rich.
artist in the country right
She's
now.
that rich. What do you mean by that?
She's
Mike?
doing all right.
Physically.
I got you. Lizzo. Let me see. Lizzo net worth. Dave's right. According to it's just 40 million.
I was going to say 25 at least.
Okay. Yeah. She doesn't tour that often, so.
You douche with that kind of money, Dave, or no?
I think you
40
can.
million?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
pull that off. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, it's Mikey from New York. Great to hear you, Steve.
There you go.
Great to hear you as
just
well.
Had a question. What's up? Just had a question how the book is going lately. The Blind Mike book. I can't see it. I just wanted to get a progress update on that.
Have you been working?
No, I think we kind of stalled out on that.
It's too bad.
You know, I think the writerly energies are directed elsewhere now.
That feels more like a life in full work. Like
Yeah.
40,
end of
50
my-
years from now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I feel
when we're all
like
done.
we've only lived at this point maybe 6 chapters.
I mean, like, they're
interesting.
still writing books about Lincoln today. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, it feels like that's more of a scholarly.
The problem is Steve's the guy to do it, I feel like, you know?
He'll live
How do I want anyone
Well, it's
else?
like, I do know you better than most.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Speaking of life, biographical works about Blind Mike, have you seen this podcast that one of your fans has done?
BlindMike.net, by the way, if you want to go there, and Maine Wire. But yes, about what?
About that the real estate agent Stephen Paddock. Have you seen that?
Yes, I did.
Beyond
Yes.
Average
That's
Men?
Mick, right?
Yeah, I listened to his trailer. It sounded really good. I was wondering
really?
in a non-sarcastic
I actually
way.
reached out
if
to
you
him
reached
and
out
said,
to your mom.
"No, I reached out to him and said, I'm going to listen to that first episode at some point. I know it's up there, so good luck."
I thought
to
it was
him.
pretty good.
Did he do a good job?
Yeah.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, I'll definitely give it a
He
listen.
sounds like Jim Rome though a little bit.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. But
Did he reach out to Mike's mom?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, she was
Makes you wonder
there.
when he found it.
I was saying, if you know of a person who survived it, it might be
Everyone knows a
make
number.
sense.
I mean, Jesus, it's not that difficult.
But it's a different approach, taking one of the most famous mass crimes in history and covering it, but it really hasn't been covered. So
Right.
I'll be interested to see how it goes.
And with us, we don't really. I think you sent me one recently, and I'm just like, it's too well known. I think it might have been whatchamacallit. Remember a few months, maybe a month or two ago.
No, the one I sent you wasn't that well known. Maybe
Sandy
I don't know if
real or fake?
Yeah.
I don't know if I sent you Sarah Cherry.
I don't know.
That one's pretty well known in Maine, but the reason why that one's interesting is the guy who was convicted for it's still alive and still in jail in Maine, and has maintained his innocence for 30 years. There's a lot of issues with the trial, but again, it's been written about. No podcast, but it's been written about.
Yeah, well, you never know. You never know. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
I have a question for Kirk, and I have a question for David Coleman.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
Kirk, would you be turned on sexually if Kevin from Bristol was shot dead or no?
Yes, I would. I would ejaculate
Aroused.
in my pants if that happened. Like I was like a wet dream when I was 11, 12 years old for sure. It'd be chunky jizz like 1986. I would say.
David, of your sisters, which one is most likely to bounce on your penis all day, Cheryl or Denise?
Be a very specific question.
That's a tough one to answer.
Well, yeah,
I certainly appreciate the question, but that's a tough one.
Well, you can't
dodging the hard
You
question.
can't dodge a question like that.
One, I have never talked to them about their sexual appetite per se.
You just get right
so I
down
don't
to
really
it, huh?
know. I just don't have the. I don't have the information to
Call them up.
I thought you were a big
Call 'em up.
foreplay guy. What happened?
I'm a big foreplay guy.
Yeah, didn't you say that or no?
I don't know if they are. I don't know their.
Oh.
I don't know their stuff. Yeah.
What do you mean? Their stuff?
Whatever. What they're into. What they're into.
Well, it's because you're not curious and you can find out. Maybe that's
I'm
a
question to be
holiday.
had.
I don't
It's
know.
like a Thanksgiving topic,
It's an
right?
Easter. Yeah, who knows?
Yep.
So what's the answer?
The answer is I just don't have the information to actually give an informed answer. Yeah.
Why are you texting me, Denise? What does that mean?
She's the oldest and most experienced.
Well, there you go.
Winky emoji.
There we go. We finally got an
She's
answer.
lived a full life.
There was. I wish I could remember the question. There was some caller asked you something. I assume like sexual or something like that. Or it was about talking to Harry about masturbating.
Yes, yeah.
And you gave him a very good answer. And then the caller said, "That's perfect. Thank you, Kirk." That stuck out to me as odd. Like, oh, good. That's the answer I
He
wanted.
taped it, transcribed it, he read it to his son.
Yes,
It's perfectly reasonable. Hello. Look, I can't recommend that enough. Like, if you're a dad out there, talk to your sons about masturbating. That's what I say. If there's a lesson I can impart, I've done enough of this mental health bullshit. Start talking to your kids about jacking off. You know what I'm saying, Steve?
You've been cranking me up lately, boy?
Yeah, let it rip. Hello.
Oh, hi.
You come to Milton's with us,
I
Steve?
just want to call and say,
You're invited if you'd like to join us. If you don't want to.
I mean, I guess I'm free shit.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Of course, yes. I would think so. Not free. You're part of the show. Hello. They should make official Maine Wire shirts at Milton's.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Well, hey, I'll go talk with Bill. Maybe there's a partnership here.
Yeah.
Opening up a South Portland store.
Why not? Hello.
Hi.
One or two more. Steve and I have to get to work.
hello,
Hello.
how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I don't have anything. I just wanted to call and say I hate fucking
Abort this motherfucker.
Jerry's uncle, the guy that calls.
Abortion, Dave.
No, hear what he has to say.
Yeah, he just dropped.
What do you mean? Well, that was it?
Gone. Hates Jerry's.
I love the call.
He hung up?
Like, I don't have anything to say. I just
No, boy.
just wanted to call.
Keegan Bradley's collapsing, Dave. In the water in 18. This is not good. We turn our eyes to Victor Hovland. Hello, what's going on?
Hey, it's KFC. How you guys doing?
Hey, Kevin. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, I had a question for Dave.
Sure.
Got the kids today,
what's your
Kev?
opinion on the whole,
Evidently.
what's your opinion on the whole Raquel Tom Sandoval Vanderpump issue. I mean, I personally don't see a problem, but I want to get your take.
I could go for days. This probably isn't the right program for that, but I could go for days.
Where are you? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, he's got kids.
Are you done?
He wants to talk about reality TV. That's all.
Hello. Well, you could talk to him. Hello.
Awesome.
Pay attention to his kids, but yeah. What's up?
Steve.
Steve is here.
What's up?
Hey, Steve, it's Gretchen McNulty. What's going on?
Oh, hey, Gretchen, how you doing?
Who is Gretchen
Finally,
McNulty?
Gretchen McNulty is the superintendent of the Falmouth school system.
Oh, the school you've been battling with?
Yeah, well, the things have kind of simmered down. It was the students didn't like some of my
maybe on your end, but they have not.
That's just frisky. That's a nice town.
What's up, Gretchen? I
was wondering-
appreciate you. I appreciate you actually, reaching
That
out.
is a nice town, Steve.
It is,
It's right in the water. It's right off.
Yeah, Falmouth is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking great. Steve, I have an extra $9. Can I take out a full page ad on the main wire?
That's ridiculous.
Ooh,
That's ridiculous.
I'll accept it. Yeah, I will accept that. But no, I love the
I'd like
Falmouth
to
school
say
system.
thank you. I'd like to say thank you, Steve Robinson, for ruining more senior years than COVID.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
I mean, 97% of seniors and all students at Falmouth didn't join the protest and stood in solidarity
People are
with the main
still,
wire.
people are
Nobody's
still
talking about
crying
that.
in the hallways from what you did.
Your students hate you, huh, Steve?
Like 12 of them.
Oh my God, we're hanging him in effigy.
Thank you, Gretchen. Nice to talk.
I like that Steve is handling this diplomatically. Like he doesn't want to burn the bridge.
He's talking to her. She's made an offer to advertise.
Look, if she wants to buy an advertisement, I'll allow it.
No question. Hello.
Hi, good morning, Kirk. Nick Asaski here.
Hi, Nick.
Do you recall? Thank you. Do you recall the 4-hour show that Steve thought he lost?
Yes. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I don't remember the show, but yeah, that might have been the Canorado show.
My question, and I remember your reaction to that.
I don't think
was,
so.
You know, if he lost it. You wouldn't have been upset. You know, you don't get upset about those types of things.
If it had been Dave Cullinane, I would have lost my mind. Is that your question?
You nailed it. Thank you, sir.
No.
Have a good day.
No, I think Dave, I wouldn't. Because I mean, if it was a fuck up due to laziness or whatever, that's different. I can't. But that's huge. Like
we watched it happen.
Yeah, you're right. Steve was like, Steve looked like he was like literally shoot himself in the head.
Well, the setup was so janky because like
he was in this room
the
still.
desk in here, and it was like
You were in this room still?
Yeah, everything was all jerry rigged together because we hadn't had any.
I swear to God, I have no memory of Steve in this room. None.
Yeah, he had a table set up right there.
It was like at the same time that Jerry and Dave were coming in here to trial the studio.
Right.
And I rigged things up to secretly record them.
Yes.
Remember we had that audio?
Correct. It's our property.
Of course it is.
It's legal. It was fine. Hello.
Hey guys, it's John Moran, NBA superstar from East Longmeadow High.
Oh wow!
Got my
John.
gun charges.
Johnny Moran.
Yeah, I'm still not on the court.
Hello, Johnny.
Yes. Yeah, very good. I just wanted to say something to Steve, and I want to give him some congratulations. He mentioned a few months ago on the show that he got a bidet for his toilet. It is a fucking game changer.
Game changer. Total game changer.
I highly recommend it.
I have to admit, as a full disclosure, the bidet that I got, I'm kind of soured on. I forget exactly what the model was, but I would not recommend that one. It was just a little.
I have the Tushy.
A Tushy? Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to try Tushy because
I forgot about the
mine
bidet,
was like,
yeah.
I don't know if you can get what I'm saying, but the water was like a little spiky.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't like the spray wasn't like.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it was like when you do a jet with a hose as opposed to just burbling out.
Right.
You know, I need a gentle flow of water, not a
We're good with
real
the
big
calls.
jet.
You can.
Do you miss that open road?
Sometimes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're a
definitely.
prisoner now in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Oh, you're landlocked.
I mean, we still get out. We adventure around, and we'll do some stuff in the spring and summer. And
Is the
travel
van
around.
gone? You sell the van?
No, I drove the van down here today.
Oh, the van. Oh, you did drive.
The van's
Oh.
here, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should drive Mike in the van over to.
Exciting.
Milton. That'd be exciting, Mike.
Yeah.
The store for men, Miltons.com. 3 locations will be at Burlington Mall in just a few hours. Social Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill, of course. Great deals on winter coats, sweaters, hoodies, Henleys, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, all the great stuff. Go to Milton's right now. Check out their sale page at Miltons.com for your very, very best deals. So get moving around. Milton's will be there. We'll be wearing our Milton's loud and proud 2 weeks from tomorrow in the great city of Portland, Maine. for the live show at the State Theater, sold out show. So we're looking forward to that. We thank Milton's as always for joining us and our other advertisers this week. Please go to miltons.com right now and tell them you're a Minihane. Let them know. Dave Cullinane and Steve Robinson will talk to you at length. And Mike Geary, if you're at the store today in Burlington.
Sure.
Answer any questions you want. Anything else, boys? Maine Wire, of course. MaineWire.com. Anything else you want to promote, Steve?
No, not in particular.
Mike,
I need to find a spot to park in Portland the night of the show. My van.
You're asking for a sponsor?
No. I'm asking for people who know the lay of the land. I need a spot to park the van so I don't have to drive home that night. Because we're gonna get over at like 1, right?
What?
The show. Like the
1?
show.
1?
What time do you get over?
I hope not. I won't make it.
I've never been awake at 1. Show starts at 8. We'll be done.
But don't you do the meet and greet
That's
after
before.
or something?
No, it's before.
Oh, okay.
Before. No, I'll be in my car at 10:06.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
That is on my list of questions. So,
What?
Parking for staff. So.
It'll probably be some garage in Portland, right?
I wonder if they have a hookup.
There is a garage right next to the State Theater.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah.
I have a geographic thing I wondered about. Dave kept promoting that the bar I'll be at Friday night is 5 minutes away from the venue.
It's
the night before. Who cares?
Well, I just meant because people are probably getting.
We won't be traversing.
Real perspective.
It's a landmark, Mike. Come on.
All right, I guess.
God. Don't wander around by yourself. Portland's a rough city.
Is that true or no?
Gonna get shanked.
No, Portland's fine. What are you talking about? Is that true?
That's why we're doing 6 or 7.
Just in case.
I wouldn't
Before the
go
riffraff comes in.
Wouldn't go wandering around at night without the heat.
Is that bad? Keegan Bradley made the 4 on 17, a bogey, and they made the quadruple bogey 8 on 18.
Sounds bad.
Plus 3 outside the cut line. Got to move on. Got to focus on Victor Hovland. BlindMike.net, of course. What's going on there, Mike?
Yes, Why Are You Laughing? The Mel Brooks episode went up yesterday, and on Patreon, the Adam Carolla episode is up, which will be out free next week.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, we did a bonus episode exclusively on Patreon that'll be about Tucker Max.
Okay.
Ooh, that'll be a good one.
Who should have been Dave Portnoy, and turned out he was a liar, so his career
Right.
was ruined.
So evidently at Blind Mike, there's not lots of good stuff because when I asked him, he did not say lots of good stuff.
I've tried to work on it.
Well, I'm just so evidently there's not good stuff then.
There's better stuff than usual.
The Tucker one. The Tucker one.
Well, there
sounds
usually is.
intriguing to me.
Whenever I
He's
ask
like
Mike,
a
he usually says,
rancher
"Ooh,
now.
lots of good stuff." And now he's leaving it
I'm
out.
more prepared. I didn't have to think about it.
There you go. So go to blindmike.net, of course, and themainwire.com. We're back Monday, I guess, with Mike. I don't know what does next week look like, Dave? Do we know?
No, I don't believe so. I think we're doing. I don't think you've made a schedule yet. We still got some stuff to do for the live show.
We have a lot of stuff to do for the live show, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So we have, thanks to Jeff and to Megan Makin Money as well for joining us today. And Steve, I'm sure we'll see you in a couple of weeks. We know Mutt and Clemmer the end of next week.
Yep.
All right, so we have our weeks all set up then. Mike, a couple of days and then, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Yep.
All right.
Nice. I believe you can bet in Massachusetts officially.
You can bet in Massachusetts?
It looks like it.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.